What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media again to another beautiful day. It's very sunny out there. Summer is here. A lot of transfer deals are going on across all social media platforms. And today's episode, we'll be talking about the Mason Mount farewell message directly sent to Chelsea football fans and also the club. I would say the club in general, but majority of those that watches the video will be Chelsea fans directly to them. That was the message addressed to these people. And also we'll be talking about Kalidou Koulibaly, also departure from Chelsea Football Club. We will talk about not Mason Mount, N'Golo Kante, and also Edouard Mendy, also departure at the football club. So today we'll end the series of the done deal. If I say done deals, I'm talking about the outgoing players. We will look into those players and see, and also we'll be looking into the article that came out of the Athletic describing the deal between Mason Mount, his dad, the entourage, I would say the entourage, his agent, his whatever that were involved in the decision making of Mason Mount leaving the football club. Who is really at fault? It's not a straightforward thing, but everyone has his own analysis in terms of how they see the picture or how they see those articles. And I have my way of analyzing those articles, and I'll see where I stand with Mason Mount decision making. And also Stephen, as usual, Stephen will join us a bit and later as the discussion goes on. And then also we will see who we have here at this moment in terms of the comment section below. We have Phantom of Minute Topic and also Gunnar. Georgie, big up to you. Where's my big friend Snoopy G? I hope to see him soon. It's been a long time. I see my brother here, Gunnar. Guys, sent your comments in regards to Mason Mount, how you guys saw those farewell video that you guys seen on social media. It's all over the platform, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, and also on YouTube. So let me know what you make of that, and also let me know what you make of the article of the Athletic release today. If you've read it, let me know your opinion. And also we'll be talking about the transfer of Edouard Mendy. Was it okay for Mendy to move to Saudi in terms of his age? Is it good for him? In one way or the other, we'll look into that if it's really good for his future. And I think it was good for Edouard Mendy to leave at this time. So yes, we'll be back in a second. And as we come in, Stephen will join us. And then we'll go from there. We'll be right back in a second. Hello, Stephen. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media again. We are back here again, Stephen. Can you hear me, Steven?
You alright? Yeah, I
Oh,
just had to
yeah.
unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right. How's the day going so far, Steven?
Yeah, it's been alright.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm just tired, man. That's all.
Yeah, we're back here again, Steven. 2 days ago, we were here starting the series of the done deals. We have to finish the series today, and then we're gonna start from. I know. Let's put the Mason Mount saga on the side and his departure. We'll come back. I know that's what the most important content that people want to hear. But let's start from Edouard Mendy, N'Golo Kante. Yeah, we will not spend so much time on the outgoing because we're trying to finish up outgoing, and then the subsequent show will be most of the incoming. Like I said, Jackson is Jackson, right? Yeah, Jackson, and then the players right now. We're going to talk about Mauricio Pochettino. Also, he's arrived, and the guys are on the pitch. Training pitch, a couple training very, very hard. You can see the smiles on Armando Broja's face, the workout from Reece James, Ben Chilwell, and then Santos, brilliant Brazilian, also performing lively at he's at England with the new coach Mauricio Pochettino. So, Steven, let's finish up with the outgoings, done deals. Edouard Mendy deal. What do you make of Edouard Mendy, goalkeeper? We'll be also looking into another goalkeeper, or are we okay with Slanini? Steven?
I think Slanina's gonna go out on loan. I'll put it that way. I think we're gonna sign another keeper. Who that is, I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I was just reading something quick that just came up. Yeah, so I think Slanina goes out on loan. I think we sign a new keeper. I think the whole Kepa to be number one thing is just basically us putting out, we're happy for that, so that we don't get absolutely done on prices.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on that situation. Obviously, sold Mendy, so we'll look at a new keeper. Reports saying we're happy for Kepa be number one. We'll get someone who can compete with him. I don't believe that for a second. I think it'll probably be a number one choice that we go for. I think Slanina goes on loan for maybe 3-4 years, get him that experience, and then come back and challenge whoever's here then.
Should that be the reason why Chelsea were not keen on bringing in Andrew Onana? As of now, Onana is heavily linked to move to Manchester United, and we all know Erik ten Hag has worked with Onana before. Erik ten Hag's name will come into the picture again, as we saw, in terms of a Mason Mount deal. Well, we'll talk about Erik ten Hag.
United don't have money though.
But it's heavily linked with United, and they are.
No,
I know linked, they also have to go to financial fair play.
It was like 12-15 million below what Inter wanted because of the financial fair play situation.
Yeah.
So I don't think he ends up going there. If their situation's as bad as has been reported, I can't see them signing him. They also need to get a striker as well. They also need to sell as well.
They have to sell, definitely have to sell, because I know this financial fair play also hanging around their head, which they have to make.
Do you know what it is though?
No, Steven, tell me.
So owners are allowed to put, I can't remember how much it is. 15, I think it's 15 million a year or something like that. It's something similar to that. Basically, the owners are allowed to put in a certain amount to basically give you more room with the rules on profit and sustainability to allow you to make bigger losses and stuff. But the Glazers haven't done that, so United don't have that. Whereas like Roman, he would put the money so that we can make bigger losses and stuff, essentially. I think it's something like if the owners put the money to allow you to have a bigger loss, essentially. You're allowed up to 105. No, is it 105? That sounds mad. It's something like that across like a 3-year period. I don't know if I sent it in our chat or not. I probably forgot. I'm gonna try and look it up now.
Okay, whilst
And
you're
then
looking,
I'll come
whilst
back
you're
to that
looking at,
point.
yeah, whilst you're looking at that, let me acknowledge our friends and the viewers, our cherished viewers that are joining us here as we discuss the outgoing and then the saga between Mason Mount leaving Chelsea FC for quite a long time, and that since he joined the football club at age 6. So yes, we have Phantom a Minute topic as usual. Second to like the video, celebrate Mount is gone. Harvest is gone at the same time, which we all know that Declan Rice, Gunnar wants to talk more about Declan Rice. We'll fit Declan Rice in if we have some time here. Declan Rice will be having his contract, his medicals, I think around next week. That's what is being stated in the media. So we'll be talking about Declan Rice later on in the show. Hope you're having a good summer, my brother. Absolutely, I'm having a wonderful, wonderful fun summer. It's been a long time since I spent some time with the family, and I know sometimes the content creating take us away a little bit, but then I'm trying to balance that with family and also create the content and enjoy, have fun with you guys, talk to Steven and all, football fans, not just Chelsea fans. I love football, so that's what I love doing. So thank you very much, Guna, for hopping on today. Which shake is that in the back? We'll talk about that shake. It's also in the contest over here. We'll talk about that shake in terms of the relationship with the Saudi and Chelsea. Last 2 days ago, we did a stream. We did talk a little bit about the relationship that Chelsea Football Club is having with the Saudi owners. So we continue today and also continue with with our discussion. So that's the shake. It's a Saudi shake, not a specific shake that really in the media like the one from Manchester United who wants to buy Manchester United. So yes, Mount leaving is good for Chelsea. It was never good enough. Good deal for both party. That is coming from Guna. Mount, I wouldn't say it's not that kind of to me, he's wearing a number 7 shirt. We'll come to that. I don't want to jump into the conversation and move away from the N'Golo Kante, Koulibaly, and then Edouard Mendy. They done deal situation and move to Mason Mount because Mason Mount will take a long time before we can be done with it. All right, Georgie, big up to you, Georgie. Say, so happy Mount is gone. A lot of people are happy, some are not. Hello, Nizion and Steven. I hope you both are doing well. Hello, and welcome everyone to the chat. Thank you very much. I123 love you as usual. Long-term supporter and fan of the show. Thank you for tuning in as usual. Georgie said out F Mason Mount. George, a big up, Steven. George, a big up to you. All right, caption. All right, he said, hope all of you are well. I don't rate Mount, not good. Number 7 either. I don't know how Ten Hag. I was watching a video. I've subscribed to this guy called Stanman Dave. That's his name. He's a Manchester United fan.
I know who you're on about.
Yeah, is it Stand or Standman Dave? I forgot the name, but yeah, I've subscribed to him. He tried Standman Dave. Yeah, he tried to explain how Erik ten Hag is going to use Mason Mount in Manchester United tactics. But I feel like the number 7 shirt on Mason Mount is way too heavy. He's not a really Matthew signing, in my opinion. He's not a Matthew signing like you're signing like a Pogba, or maybe you're signing a month like maybe a Messi or Mbappe. That number 7 jersey will weigh a lot on his shoulder. It will bring so much pressure on Mason Mount. I know, he's a amount of pressure, but then that number 7 jersey he's wearing will bring so much pressure on him. And Manchester United fans would not take it easy if he doesn't perform. Unlike Chelsea, which we know him because he's coming from Cobham Academy graduate, we can have it that easy. So, okay, Mason Mount, just like we give him so much excuses, like Mason Mount hasn't played all over the pitch and he's tired and that kind of thing. He's not going to have that excuse at Manchester United because he's not really one of them. He's would I say he's one from somewhere else joining them. But would Manchester United fans take him as how Chelsea fans took him because he was coming from academy? So that's one of the things that we'll be talking about later on. Okay, so hit the like, people. Thank you very much. Caption said that. Thank you very much, Caption. Guys, you can also join the Blue Clouds Media. You can join the group over here. Also, Snoopy G, big up to you. I just checked on you. I was like, where is my brother Snoopy G? As usual, there's no way the show can go on without seeing big Snoopy G. He says, big up, sir. Absolutely. So yeah, Snoopy's using all his emojis. He's literally entitled to. So big up to you, Snoopy. They're right there. I'm thinking of bringing in some more emojis. As some of you said, they need emoji of a danger and other. I'm trying to put so much together so I can get some more emojis for the members to be able to use. Up to Chelsea. Absolutely, he's using the emoji, legendary emoji, DJ Drogba emoji, and up to Chelsea emoji. They are all there for the members to use. I remember some dude on this show saying Rice wasn't coming to the Arsenal. I hope the disrespect is as loud as your apology, Steven. Did you get that comment coming from Guna? He said,
No, I don't care. Look,
I remember some dude on this show saying Rice wasn't
left.
coming. All right,
No,
I meant the apology is.
Say on it though.
Yeah,
because I saw it, right?
Go. What was that again?
Quickly. No, I've seen it about he's correcting himself on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but you paid 105 million for a guy that had 12 months left. So
yeah, he said
I'm not
great
saying
show.
He's a bad player. He is a quality player, right?
Yeah.
But 105 million, yeah, shouldn't be that much. You lot overpaid for him.
Yeah, great show, guys. Coming from Guna. Thank you very much, Guna. We try as much as we can to put up a show for you guys to be excited about and to put some smiles on your face. And also, very soon before the stream ends, we'll put, I think, halfway in the stream, we will put the link in there. You guys have every right. The show is for you. Join in here and join the discussion. We want to hear from you. So we will put right after 30 mark of the stream, we'll put a link in there for you to join us here as we're going to see it. Over to you. I'm done with the comments. So whatever you have, we'll talk about Declan Rice, David. Do not worry. We'll talk about Declan Rice. 12 months with an option to extend. So it was 2 years. We did overpay, but as a Chelsea fan, you know very well about overspending. Have some shame and be humble. Absolutely. We have paid a lot of money. We definitely overpaid for some players in the past and even now. I'll say, would I say Modric? Look at Modric age. Modric age, somehow you can say we did overpay for him, but one way or the other, you could tell that he didn't come in at the right time. He came in at the time that Chelsea was going through sanction. Chelsea was going through different kind of managers. So it will take time for him to gel. But look at how he's performing right now. He's made it so far to the semifinals of the ongoing under 20. Is he under 23 or under 20 competition?
Right? Under 21. Who are you talking about?
Under 21 competition. So yeah, and people are saying lots of news that I've been reading that Modric is having the wonderful competition so far with Ukraine. So yes, we hope that he continue the same form that he has at this moment when he come back to Chelsea. So Stephen,
I think the England semi-finals on at the moment.
Yeah, England and Israel, right? Is it Israel?
Yeah, they're playing at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
3-0 England. Flipping heck.
And also, like I said, our next stream that we'll be having, we'll be talking about Levi Colwell right now, because it's not doom and gloom that Chelsea can have Levi Colwell at this moment, because Mauricio Pochettino have to promise that guy is starting, because he's so good. You can compare him to the likes of Virgil van Dijk, who's not even at his best at this moment. And also, you could say that Chelsea pays so much money for Badishia, and he is better than Badishia at this moment. So it's not doom and gloom. It's not certain that Levi Colwell will be at Chelsea if Mauricio Pochettino doesn't deploy a way he's going to play him and give him a chance that you're going to be you're going to be in my starting lineup. Levi Colwell might end up leaving Chelsea Football Club. So we I don't say he's, if I mean Chelsea, he can leave if you don't promise him a starting 11. He will leave because at Brighton he
Bro, we
plays
know he's got to
in
be
and out.
important. Apparently, Poch loves him and stuff. So, I've said to you before, just quickly
Yeah.
before we carry on with the outgoings, I think our start in back four likely because I don't think Silva will play as much. Honestly, don't. Because A, age, and B, it gives the players coming through like the Fofanas, the Colwells, the Badia Shields, all them time to like get a better connection on the field with each other, ready for when Silva does leave. I think it'd be Reece James, Fofana, Chilwell, and Reece James, Fofana, Colwell, and Chilwell is who I think it'd be.
Okay.
And then Silva will cover both.
Were you able to find out what you were digging in for?
Pardon?
Were you able to find
No,
out?
I
Remember?
couldn't find it. I couldn't find it.
All right. So, Steven, if we have to go back a bit on regards to Edouard Mendy, Koulibaly, some of these players. I know we're trying to wrap up with the done deal. Which of these players would you say Chelsea have sent out to other football club that can really affect our season, the upcoming season? In all, I would say Mateo Kovacic is one of the players that I think it was a wrong move for Chelsea to sell him. Although Chelsea made 35 million out of him, I think it was a wrong decision to sell Mateo Kovacic to Manchester City. In all the players that are gone, I think the only player that I felt like it would be advisable to keep was only Mateo Kovacic. Where do you stand on that, Steven?
I don't have a problem with him going, honestly. He seemed like he had a few more injuries this year. I feel like we're definitely able to upgrade on him as well. So I don't have an issue with him going personally. I mean, 25 million, almost guaranteed 30 million because it's Man City, they're going to win trophies. So that's fine by me.
All right. Good evening, Stanley Amadou. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very well wherever you found yourself. Guys, do not forget to share our link on your Facebook platform, wherever community that you join or you find yourself. Please help us out. Share our video on that platform so we can have this channel. This channel's got a lot to provide, and we cannot do without you. Your help. We need your help to be able to get a channel to a different level, to be able to get the community much more bigger. We need your help to share the stream for us, and that's how the YouTube algorithm can also acknowledge what we're doing to be able to share our videos. So share it for us, and it's very, very important. Big up to you, Makim. Makim said Bank Chilwell need to be sold. Steven, what do you stand on Bank Chilwell? I don't think you have to sell
Chilwell, sell Cucurella. That's the simple answer.
You have two players, you got these two players over there. You have Ben Chilwell and you have Marc Cucurella. Which of these two players are you going to sell? You're going to sell Cucurella. Cucurella hasn't performed very. He's been very, very poor. He cannot cross. At least you have Ben Chilwell who can cross very well with the with the ball. He can get into those
and he gets the occasional goal as well.
Yeah. So he can get you goals. Cucurella can get you goals. He can cross.
Also, I feel like Chilwell suits what his system requires better than what Cucurella does. I feel like Chilwell fits the system better.
So, Makin, come on, think about it again. Come again with your comments. Chilwell need to be sold. Otherwise, he will look really terrible when the season starts. Let's hope and see, because right now we have two center backs. I mean left backs, Cucurella and Chilwell, and I always go for Ben Chilwell over Cucurella. Cucurella's season, this is his last season. If he doesn't perform this season, Cucurella will be sold over Ben Chilwell. Let's take that. Cucurella has given him a chance because people feel that because of what we went through last season, that is why he could not perform. But with a new manager who's going to have a whole season to himself, there will be no excuses for Marc Cucurella not to perform. So we'll be looking at that also. Steven, are we done with all this? Sorry, are we done with all this? Is there anything you want to add to the other players? N'Golo Kante, we've talked about N'Golo Kante 2 days ago. Well, today we've talked about Mendy. We've talked about and also the centre back Koulibaly also sent to Saudi. What do you make of that? Was he a good
Fine
deal
by
for
me.
Koulibaly? Very.
I think we ended up breaking even on him. I think, if I remember correctly, we ended up breaking even on him in terms of what he had remaining on the book value to what we received in transfer fee. Um, why is my thing not working today? Yeah. So I'll take that, given that he didn't exactly have a great season.
And I think it's also very good for his career, because at his age, 29, 30 years old, what all does he have to offer anymore? I think it's the right time to go to Saudi, cover that money, get that money, and also take care of the family, because that's what
He's
football is about.
he's Muslim, right?
Yeah, he's Muslim, and that will fit him.
Yes.
He's in the
Yeah,
country
that's
that.
what I was saying because of I remember, I don't know if we mentioned it on stream, but I mentioned it to you at least about how it'd be better for like Kante, for example, right? Because
Yeah.
when it comes to them fasting, they move the times of the training and all that around for obvious reasons.
Right, and
So it
it's also good
actually
for.
be helpful.
Yeah, if you're a Muslim and you're moving to that country, I think it's the best. It's the best. I mean, relationship you can have, because the culture there is already suit your religion. I'm not so sure about Edouard Mendy, but then I know a lot of
I'm pretty sure
Senegalese are in the.
Mendy,
Yeah, Mendy could be a Muslim too. I'm very
I
very sure,
think he
because
is.
Senegal, most of them is Islamic country. It is an Islamic
Yeah.
country. They got a lot of Muslims there. So if you look at N'Golo Kante, also an African descent, he's also Muslim. Koulibaly, coming from Senegal, is also Muslim. The same way will be from Edouard Mendy also, and also Benzema, also Muslim. So those religion, the culture already fit their lifestyle. So it will be good for them to. That's why it's so easy for them to move to those countries and make those money. So I think we're done with the done deals. We're moving on to Mason Mount, which Mason Mount will take majority of the time to we bring the stream to an end. Makeem said Chilwell highlight is from when Leicester City won the league. He hasn't done nothing since, and cost us 52 million.
Because he wasn't important when we won the Champions League or anything like that, was he?
I think he plays a lot of role in that Champions League glory. Remember, Makeem, I don't know what your agenda is. I know you don't have any bad agenda to
I'm just saying,
Ben
right?
Chilwell.
To rate Kukurea over Chilwell, I don't understand it.
I don't know what he really want to see in our fullbacks, but to me, win all these games that we've won, all those big trophies that we've won, Ben Chilwell was right there. He played bigger role in those in winning those trophies. So I don't know what McKee is not in a good mood today. I hope he comes again. Is there anything new you have planned or coming up on the show sometime soon? That is I 123 love you. Like I said earlier on, thank you very much for your comments. As soon as this series come to an end, which is a done deal series, we will be our subsequent streams. We will be looking at the incoming players, and then also rumors speculating the social media platform in terms of Chelsea dealings. There are still some more players that will be coming in. We still have the midfield that we have to look into. The right back position is nailed on right now. The center back position, the defense is also okay, but now we still have to look at the DMs also. We know we have as of now we have just Enzo Fernandez, right, Steven? We have Enzo Fernandez there. We have Kovacic gone, so we still need a midfield player. We need Gallagher is still there, but he's not going to be enough for all the season. So we're still going to need some other players in to fill that Matthew Kovacic position. Or what do you think, Steven? Otherwise, any other plans in terms? So what do you think of the DM position, or any other players that Chelsea are looking in for? Striking role, we have number 9. So is Jackson going to be the number 9 guy that we're looking for? Is he going to be the number 9 guy we're looking for, Steven?
I'm not entirely sure. I doubt it. I mean, apparently we're looking for another player, so like another striker. So we'll have to see what happens there. I don't think it'd be just Jackson and Breyer.
All right, Makim said that Chile been here longer than Cucurella, cost around the same amount. Why be biased? Okay, that's Makim.
It's not biased.
All right. Big up to you, my brother Chad. Chad, I hope you're doing well. Chad Duncan, I hope you're doing very well. He's like, man, I have not been seeing your screen. I'm very happy you've seen YouTube. I've sent you a notification today. He said, bro, what's up? What's up? I think he's driving, but I'm listening. Thank you for doing us listening. Guys, not forget to like the video. We got 11 likes today. Let's see if we can get up to 20 likes before the stream comes to an end. Thank you very much for my brother joining us today. Phantom of many topics. Phantom, where is your brother Kim So? Send him a message and tell him I am live. Jackson is too young and unrevealing. Is it unproven or unrevealing?
No idea.
Phantom, I'm not so sure of that word on or ravine. I'm not so sure of the word, but okay, Jackson is too young. Jackson is not too young. He plays in the Senegalese team that won against Brazil. They traveled to the Seleção Brazil to beat them. So he's not young. If you watch his gameplay, he's much more experienced, mature.
He's 22 as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not young. Yeah, 22. He's not young. 22 can be young. Makim says, so didn't Alonso scored those winning goals? Chile didn't do that. Okay, he's still on. Makim still has a little problem with Ben Chilwell. Let's see if we can have a real competition this season. Then we see where we lie or what our suggestion is with a Ben Chilwell, because I felt that Matt Cucurella has to put in the shift. If Cucurella doesn't push Ben Chilwell, then Ben Chilwell will be slight ahead of Matt Cucurella, because Chilwell can defend way better, not just going forward. Chilwell can defend much better than Cucurella, in my opinion. Makim, what do you think of a defending attribute, not just going forward, but the defending? You can tell that Ben Chilwell is slightly ahead of Matt Cucurella. Kim So need to show up soon. Well, call him. Let him know that I'm here. You said Kim So, and you guys are very disappointed because I haven't gone for way too long. And now I'm back. I've done 2 streams, and I haven't seen your brother Kim So here. So send him a message and let him know I'm here. Steven, now let's get to Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a guy on the topic, unless you have something else you want to talk about before we get into Mason Mount. Unless, do you have anything you want to say before we move on to Mason Mount, Steven? Anything else you want to be having a conversation? So anything else you have to bring it on the table, bring it up.
No, not really. Pretty much what we said. The only thing that I only found out through the Athletic article was that apparently in August last year, I think it was, they offered him a £30,000 base rise, which would have took him to, I think, 120,000 base wage. And then outside of that, just not much different, really. Other than that, yeah, like I said, it's a case of he had the offer. They felt confident Bowley was going to fly to Qatar, and then that didn't happen because Southgate's rules, and apparently Mount also said about him wanting to focus on the tournament. Fair enough. And then he came back from the World Cup. It was offer withdrawn from Winstanley, and then Winstanley offered him a 1-year deal. And then there's been nothing since February.
Right. Stephen, would you say that if Mason Mount have gone on to take the CCS deal that Reece James took CCS deal, and that has made him the highest paid defender at Chelsea Football Club at this moment? That is what his deal.
Now that Koulibaly's gone, he will be, yeah.
Yeah, now Koulibaly is gone. Rhys James is the highest paid defender in the football club at this moment, based on a new deal that he signed. If he's worried
Hmm.
about how much money he was going to make, don't you think if he has taken the CCS deal, because right now he's signed 5 years at Manchester United with an option of another year?
Hmm.
Why do you think Mason Mount did not do that?
They were probably offering him 7 or 8 years. That's probably what it was. Um, but yeah, I don't know. All of it. I only know the bits that obviously I've mentioned. So outside of that, I've got no idea what happened. Um, but I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know the full truth.
I mean, from the article that I read, you could tell that lots of things did not go right. And in all this, big
Hmm.
up to DJ Sav, big up to you, big brother. It says, big up me, the panel, and everyone in the comments. Big up to you, DJ Sav. It's been a long time since I streamed, so I haven't seen you. But then I think I don't know, but yeah, that's why I haven't seen you. But I hope you're doing very well, my big brother. Guys, like I said, after 30 minutes of streaming, I'll put a link in there. This is a new chapter. Feel free. Do not just if you don't want to turn your camera on, that's fine. Turn it on. Don't turn your camera on. Jump in and let's have a discussion. Let us know your opinion on the Mason Mount video that he made. I have. What do you make of this? Was it good for him to make that video? And look at what he said in the video. He talked about people that he has worked with. He talked about the working with Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter, and Frank Lampard, and the backroom staff, and all those people. But then he doesn't, he feels very bad that he has to leave. Well, if you feel very bad that you have to leave, why do you come back and send us this stupid video? Because, to my opinion, I think that was a very, very, very it doesn't. It doesn't show so much emotions that you're leaving. You have every right. You've been at the football club for years. Why did you choose to leave? Why did you choose to leave? Because no matter what your dad said, no matter what your agent said, you are old enough to make the right decision that this is a football club that has protected you when you're playing very bad. And I've said to Steven even before we came live that I feel that Mason Mount has let me down for protecting him for quite a long time, protecting him, trying to say, okay, Mason Mount has been played all over the pitch. He wasn't in his great form. He's been played as a right back. He's been playing as attacking and false nine and and all that kind of stuff. And then finally, you choose to leave. You could have choose to take 5 years or 6 years, get the money, and still play for the Blues. But you left to a rival, strengthen a rival club. And I know Eric Ten Hag really liked Mason Mount. To be honest with you, they were pushing. Manchester United have been in the list for quite a long time. Even his dad has to start watching Manchester United game to be able to meet Manchester United sporting director and have a conversation. So this thing started way back a long, long time ago, and it was all his dad pushing Mason Mount, his managers pushing Mason Mount to Manchester United. But you have the right to say, look, just like other players said, look, Didier Drogba was my idol. I want to play for Chelsea Football Club, and they make that happen. Any other football club that were interested in them, they had no mind of moving to any football club, but they want to play for Chelsea. And you have been in the football club since age 6. Why did you move? So I felt that I've been let down by Mason Mount. I don't know what Steven had. I know the video. There's so many things in details in terms of the article. So if you've read it, let me know what you make of that article coming from the Athletic. The video, when you watch the video, what did you make? How did that video carry on to you? What was your impression in that video? So the link is right there, guys. Please join us over here. We're having a gentleman discussion here. We're having a discussion, a very, very healthy discussion on our football club, on what is going on, why is Chelsea selling to rival club. We were not used to selling to rival clubs like we saw Mateo Kovacic to Manchester City. And Mateo Kovacic is a very, very good player. He's good in holding on to the ball. So he will make Manchester City way, way even better than they used to be. To be honest with you, I'll tell you the truth. He will make them better. And also selling Mason Mount, another player who has lots of bright future ahead of him that could go on right now to become a legend of the football club, being there from age 6 and being there to like 20 to 30 years and retire from the football club. That will even go beyond what John Terry has even done. But he didn't choose to stay. He moved on. So let me know what you guys, the comment section, make of this saga. So before I come to Steven again, let me read the word I have here. Gullit Ismail, big up to you, Gullit. It's a big up me, the panel, and everyone in the chat. Mason Mount was never proper Chelsea in my eyes. He decided to do what is best of him. And even people are even saying that Mason Mount moving to Manchester United was all about money. And like I said, when he was at when he was on loan, when Mason Mount was on loan, he came out from the bench and scored a beautiful goal against Eric Ten Hag's team. And that is when he showed so much interest in the young player. He came off from the bench and scored a winning goal or something like that, 1-0 against Eric Ten Hag before he moved to Ajax. And when he came to England, he was looking at the situation and he wanted him. So he knew way back. Manchester United have been around, snooping around Chelsea, interested in Mason Mount situation for quite a long time. So thank you very much, Gullit Ismail, for spending time and taking the time to join us here. DJ said on this whole MMM thing, I saw the video. I still don't know what to make of this. His comment. A lot of the Chelsea fan base wanted him out, but the fact he want to a rival is so disappointing. I agree with you, DJ. I agree with you 100%. Gunnar said, let's be real here, Nee. If Chelsea now go and get some proper replacement like Saido, this Mount departure is not going to affect Chelsea as well. At all, sorry. You have a bright future under Mauricio Pochettino. That is what we're working on right now. It's not, see, Mason Mount moving away doesn't really, it's not about his performance. It's about the connection that he has with the fan base, like a proper Chelsea. People feel like he was a proper Chelsea through those videos that he makes when he was at the academy. Those things really have a connection with the fans. A lot of fans like him because they see him as a true blue. When they win trophy, when they win game, the emotions that he shows on the football pitch. That is why a lot of the fans are really, really upset him moving. It's not just the performance on the football pitch. And one, also, if you have a player who doesn't get injured many times, but then you can have his service a lot of time, although he's not a super player, but then his impact on the pitch, it's much more people feel his presence, like he's always there, he's always available. He's a player that you always wish to have. It's not like a Pogba. You spend so much money on the Paul Pogba. How often that Paul Pogba play? You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of connection between Mason Mount and the fans, and if we can put it that way. Gullit said was a Chelsea fan should realize that there is no more loyalty in football in 2023, coming from my brother here. So Steven, I'll let Steven do the talking for a little bit. I've done too many of them, so I'll come back today. Mason Mount again, Steven. Guys, the link is right there. Join us. Let's have the discussion. Thank you for being here. Steven.
Yep.
You were still on Mason Mount.
There's not really much else to add, to be honest. I personally am just glad that
let me take your opinion on the video. You've watched the video. You've watched a whole entire short video that he made directly addressing the fans, his sympathy of leaving, and he felt that it got to a moment that he has to do this. So what do you make of that, Steven?
I mean, I can't remember the whole thing, but I don't blame him entirely. Like I was saying to you before we went live, like I don't blame him entirely for the situation. Like there's different people to blame on all sides. And he probably felt disrespected. I mean, at the end of the day, he had the offer. He came back from the World Cup. That was no longer there. Then he gets offered a 1-year deal. He probably felt like they're only offering him that to increase his value so that they can sell him for more money. That's probably what he felt. I'm not sure if you heard that or not.
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, I didn't know if you were reconnecting or not.
I heard you. I just switch my camera on and off. It does that sometimes. Okay. Yeah, but I heard you. Yeah. Yeah, the article also talked about he felt that he was not wanted at the football club. So in that matter, Manchester United wanted him so bad. They were still keen on him. They wanted him at Old Trafford. So he felt like, okay, if they don't want me, it means that they're not willing to, meet my needs. So if they're not Chelsea are not willing to meet my needs, United are willing to offer me this and give me a time to play. Look, he's wearing number 7. Number 7 means that he'll be starting each and every game.
That's historic number, man.
Yeah, that's an historic number. And I said that's going to put a lot of pressure on Mason Mount being the Manchester United fan. And I can't wait to watch those clips from
you mean
Matt
from
Gorbridge,
their fan base,
United.
right?
Matt Gorbridge for United stand. What's that, Steven?
You said being a United fan. You mean from the United fan base, right?
Yeah, United fan base. Yeah, I'm saying be a United fan watching Mason Mount perform badly. I don't know how they're going to come on him. And, and I know Gunnar's also willing to talk about Declan Rice, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's try and wrap up everything and on regards to Mason Mount. Gunnar said, I hear you, bro, but emotions towards a player is never good, and which is true. You got to look at performance on the pitch, not that he came from the academy. Big up Nee and all the chat. Tony, big up to you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we did a live show, but I'm here. I've done it for this is the second day, and I will be back again. Maybe hopefully, either Saturday or Sunday. We'll be back again. We'll be coming back. I was gonna say we'll be coming back, and then I said we'll be back again with another transfer news, which is the upcoming deals. We've seen some already in. We'll be talking about the incoming of Malo Gusto. We'll be talking about Mr. Nkunku himself, and then we'll be talking about other rumors and players that Chelsea are really looking into. So yes, we got a lot of content to put up on this channel. Loyalty is a thing of the past. Every player now will consider Manchester United. Even Rice James, since his sister is here. So that's coming from our brother Phantom of Many Topic. For me, which academy you came from doesn't matter. It's more like the Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately? You Phantom. Number 7 is a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure, but we could get Kudus to make that problem go away. Yeah, Kudus from Mohammed, also another player, very, very left-footed player. I know he's a guy from the ghetto. He's coming from the ghetto, Nima, in West Africa, Ghana, and I know him very, very. He's a ghetto boy, so he's very, very, very strong boy. We talk about his strength, the hardship. He's seen it all. So he's a ghetto boy. So yeah, I know him very well.
You know where I stand on that.
Ghetto. Well. Yeah, Steven, I know he's a fan of Steven. Steven love him very well. Makim said, or even what's his name? Is this Manu Kone? Manu Kone? I'm not so sure of that player, but I'm sure
Steven might know. I
think that's
the Gladbach midfielder.
Oh, okay. Steven, go ahead. You were talking. When he said that.
I'm just double checking this.
The Kone.
Manu Kone. Yeah, it's the Gladbach midfielder.
To be honest with you, I'll tell you the Casido deal is done. Casido deal is pretty much done. I'll say it's around 90% done. It's just a few.
It seems like details. Structures and all that stuff, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. So let's. I won't even bring Casido there because I know Casido is done. Steven, do you have any interest in talking about Declan Rice at this moment? Any interest in Declan Rice? I know we have overpaid for players in the past, and I feel like 100 million plus 5. Manchester Arsenal has overpaid. But would you?
The thing is, So when I was mentioning the price earlier, I saw Nguna say about I'm a Chelsea fan. I would know about overpaying. It was 12 months plus an extension. West Ham didn't trigger the extension, so it is actually only 12 months left. West Ham never triggered that extension, the option, rather. Because he had a 1-year option. That was never triggered. So he did only have 12 months left. And they did pay 100 million guaranteed plus 5 million add-ons.
All right, I think DJ Sav has a lot he wants to eject into our show. Let me look for my big brother here.
I've got to hop off in a sec because I haven't actually eaten yet. So I've got to go and sort something out to eat in a bit.
All right, right, Steve, I heard you.
I'm going to mute for a second.
Okay.
Just in case that background noise is coming through.
Okay. DJ Sav, yeah, the link has been sent to you on Twitter. You can check it out right there. And also, if you can find it, it's in the link. I have it in the comment section there. In the comment section below, you can check it in the comment. I've sent the link in there. Everyone that wants to join, DJ Sav is willing to join us here. So anyone that wants to join and have any opinion on regards to where Mason Mount stand, you guys have watched the videos. You guys have seen the article that has been written. Who is at fault? Is it Mount? Is it his dad? Is it the agent? Is it Manchester United? Is it Chelsea? Let me know what you make of a young player. DJ Sub said, okay, I've read that one. Gullit said, Gabriel Angelino. Okay, Gabriel Angelino. Casado, Andrew Santos. Caside. Okay, Caside and Enzo should be a good midfield for Chelsea at this moment. Welcome to the stream, big brother DJ Sav. Welcome, brother.
Hey, big up, Nee. Big up, guys. How you both doing? You good?
Oh yeah, man. Yesterday I had a blast. And there's so many people were doing so many crazy shit out here yesterday because of our holiday, 4th of July, the Republic
Of course.
Day for Americans out here, and we were celebrating this. You know, there was so many mess. People had so much fire in their garage, and when we talk about fireworks out here, it's crazy. It's crazy, DJ Sav. When the fireworks, Americans are doing things, they do it so big. People had so much fire in their garage, burnt down. People's houses were burnt down because of not taking precaution and how they light their fireworks. But it was a blast. I had a lot to eat, a lot to drink yesterday. Good celebration. So yeah, I'm back here with full of joy and here to create some content. And our brother Mason Mount video and also the content from the Athletic. I know you've read it, you've seen it. What do you take of this, Mr. Chelsea? I call you Mr. Chelsea because I know how long you've been supporting the club.
Yeah, sorry, bro. As I was saying, on your comments, I don't know what to make of this whole Mount video. To be honest with you, I'm trying to look at it from all angles. So obviously, I'm obviously annoyed. First of all, that he's obviously gone in the way that he's gone. He's obviously gone to a rival football club as well, which isn't great. Obviously, I wanted him to stay. He clearly felt that he couldn't. He felt clearly he didn't want to stay. He felt he's gone as far as he could with Chelsea, even though he put that video out saying it was a hard decision for him. But listen, if you've made that decision to go, then just go and enjoy your time at Man United. Then just go and play for your club. And I don't want to say too much on the whole situation because I know how the fan base is split with Mason Mount. I know he brings a lot of split from a lot of the fan base. So in some ways, a lot of fans didn't want him there. A lot of fans, obviously wanted him to stay. But it's a weird one. But seeing him playing in the Reg of Manchester United next season is a bit of a strange one. But it's what it is, mate. I always think to myself, if it was under Roman Abramovich, would we have sold this player to Manchester United? Would it even got this far? I don't know. Kai Havertz the same to Arsenal. Again, another one. But it's what it is. They move, we move. We move at the times, mate. And And I'm not going to wish Mason Mount good luck because I hope he fails at Manchester United because I want him to fail there. And hopefully we'll be able to go and carry on with our business that we need to do. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one seeing him playing for United next season, I have to admit.
DJ, were you saying that if under Roman Abramovich, you wouldn't even think that a Mason Mount will be sold to Manchester United? Under Roman Abramovich, we have a star or a player who was at the top of his game, which is one matter. One matter was sold for Manchester United at this moment. What do you make of that too?
Yeah, no, listen, mate. The one Matt one that was another one that I was a bit surprised about. And let's be honest with you, one Matter didn't want to leave. Let's be honest, he didn't want to go. The fact that he wasn't going to get the opportunity to play at Chelsea when obviously Jose came in, it was more the fact that he had no choice but to go. Again, we sold him to Manchester United. They paid the price for it, and again, we move. Obviously, we move over that. But at least one Matter. The difference between one Matter and Mason Mount is one Matter. I would say he played his part at Chelsea. He wasn't moaning about wanting to go. He wasn't saying I don't think Mason Mount. To be fair, Mason Mount again, it's a strange one again because I think a lot of fans can forgive one Matter the fact that he done his bit with Chelsea and everything. He didn't really want to go. The club more or less sold him. He wasn't in Jose's plan, so they sold him on. I think Mason Mount is a different one. I think whether we don't know whether or not Poch would have kept him in his plans. I think from all the comments that were coming out, people were saying Poch doesn't want him to go. Poch has spoken to the player. What people don't realise is Poch has not spoken to any of the players. I mean, the guy only started speaking to the players when he took over the football club on Saturday. And he obviously met them, and he only met them in training this week. So that's the only kind of dialogue he's had with the players. So when people say that he's been speaking to players and saying he doesn't want them to go, that's a load of nonsense because it's not true at all. So,
DJ, did you think that although he hasn't made a move to England, he could be working with behind the scenes on phones to say, okay, I would like to keep this player. I would like to keep this player. This player really fits in the style of my plan, the way I play. Don't you think that Mauricio Pochettino could have saved, or do you think that people also say that it was too late for Mauricio Pochettino to jump in and save the day?
I think it could work both ways, to be honest, I mean, let's be honest. As far as I know, he was in close contact with the club regarding Ugarte before he went to PSG because he really wanted this player. Apparently, the talk was that he actually spoke to Ugarte on the telephone to try and get him to Chelsea. It never happened. All right. So maybe he was in the background. Maybe he was trying, but I think a lot of these players would have probably liked to have spoken to Poch maybe face to face before making the decision. Like, for example, I'll give an example here. Levi Corwell. He's basically says he's not going to make any decision on his future until he speaks to Poch. Chalobah, another one that the club has thinking about maybe letting him go. But no, he wants to talk to the manager first to see what his next step's going to be. Mason Mount didn't decide to talk to the manager. Whether or not this is all set up, whether the manager wanted to speak to Mason Mount, I personally think Poch probably would have wanted to talk to him. But he obviously wanted to go. And the fact of the matter is, what doesn't help here is his dad who's acting on behalf of him. He's a Manchester United. People don't realize he's a Manchester United fan. And he obviously wanted he wanted his son to play at Man United. Yeah. So, Mason Mount, how I look at it, if Mason Mount really loved Chelsea, and a lot of the comments that people are going to say this in the comments, I'm reading them as well. If he really loved Chelsea and he was loyal, he would have at least stuck around and spoken to Poch and see what he had to say before making that move to United. Again, you've got to ask the question, Noni, was the decision made by the player and the club, or was it the player himself? Now, if it's the player himself and he goes, no, I don't want to make no talks, I just want to go to United, then of course I'm going to say, you know what? Good luck, good riddance, bye-bye, Mr. Mount. Thank you for whatever you've done. And now you go off to United, but I'm not going to wish you good luck at Man United. And I hope it all goes, I hope it all fails for you at Manchester United, as I said.
I agree with you. Look, he's taking a five-year contract at this moment, and Chelsea were willing to give him 6 years, and also you go to a point they were going to give him 5 years. So right now he's taking 5 with an option for another year, which makes it 6 years. Okay, yeah. Reece James took 6 years, and like I said earlier on before you joined, and he's now the highest paid defender at the football club because we don't have Koulibaly there at this moment.
Yeah,
he's the highest paid defender. So do you think that, because what I know also, what I've read is the longer your contract, the more money you make.
Yeah.
So money was there for him. Money was not an
Yes.
issue, as we all know. That money was not an issue. So up to me, I think the whole issue relies rely or lie on Mason Mount, the decision he made, because he's old enough to say, look, I'm not going to Manchester United.
Correct.
Unless he listened to what his dad said. It was all about his dad, but not Mason Mount.
If it was all about his dad, then how can people then if it was his dad that was forcing this move to Manchester United on his behalf and acting on behalf, then you then have to ask questions of Mason Mount in terms of, well, look, not really, Dad. I want to see what the club has to say first. I want to speak to Pochettino before my decision is made. Whatever reason it didn't happen that way, he's opted to go. From my understanding, is he's on what, 300,000 a week now at United on a 5-year contract. Yeah. I mean, Chelsea apparently were offering him a 1-year extension, or apparently it was supposed to have been put down on the table for 1 year at 200,000 a week, and he thought, no, I'm not going to sign that. I want more. And a lot of people seem to think he would have signed for Chelsea had they offered a 5-year contract on maybe 200,000 a week. How true that is, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I'm just hearing this from people and what people have been saying. I don't know how true that is. Okay, but at the end of the day, look. The guy's still old enough to make his decision and say, do you know what? I want to stay at Chelsea. I want to, I want to make it at Chelsea. And I remember there was a little article that went around. I don't know if you saw it in 2021, where Mason Mount said, I love this club. I'm not going to play for any other football club. It was something that went out in 2021. And, I think when a lot of fans are going to read
Was he the same period that his dad said that academy players will not get a chance at the senior team in terms of the
No, I don't think he was
at the senior team when Mason Mount proves that wrong. I'm not so sure at the same time.
No. But apparently, this is when he was still in the academy. Apparently, he was mentioned. It was an article I read somewhere. I've got to find it up. I'll get it up for you. If I find it, I'll try to send it across to you, mate. Sorry, Nick. Can you bear with me once? I've got someone at the door here. Can you bear with me 1 minute?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to fix my camera here too, so that's okay.
Bear with me.
Let me turn this camera on for a second. I'm gonna switch this camera until I fix the other camera. So, dig yourself. It's always good to have two cameras here whilst you're discussing. When you have a technical issues, you can switch between those and then use them. So whilst we're here, let me see what we have here. I have Tony Makim said, to be honest with you, I'm not mad at Mount for the video. Let the boy try a bigger thing, bigger things. That is coming from brother Makim, thank you very much for your comment. And then Tony said, I heard earlier that Sa was on 85k, so even he was on more than Mason Mount. But remember, Malan Sa was not coming from the academy. You have to remember that Malan Sa was being bought outright from a different club to the club, so his wages will get. I mean, there are so many agents and intermediaries involved, so there's going to be a lot of money coming out to be able to, satisfy the player at the football club. So Mason Mount, he was, I think it was around 80k a week until he was ready for another transfer, another contract renewal to get him the bigger pay. So that is where we are before these things happen. So. Tony, that's Tony's comment. Thank you very much, Tony, for that comment. Then they have Makim said they have heavy history as long as he doesn't play good against us. Then I want him to be great in England team. We all wish him the best. I wish Mason Mount the best, but my only problem is I know how Manchester United fans are. I know how much garbage can be. Buying garbage from, we know how he can be in the choice of words that he can use on Mason Mount. But I pray that doesn't demoralize Mason Mount's confidence as a Manchester United player. It should just give him the strength. And the number 7, my problem is, why choose number 7 if you can choose any other number that wouldn't put so much problem on you? You're wearing the legendary George Best number. You're wearing legendary Eric Cantona's number 7. You're wearing a player like David Beckham, who has put He's done so many history in terms of the English game and also in the world football. So he's wearing a very, very bigger jersey. And can he live up to the tax? It's all about the future. Welcome back again to yourself.
Sorry, bro. Amazon orders, mate. They're not
Oh.
non-stop here, non-stop, bro. No, listen. As I said earlier on, look, as I said on the whole Mason Mount thing, look, I'm also reading in a comment by Tony Tiger. Big up to Tony Tiger, by the way. I know who he is, Tony Tiger. Big up to him. He's saying that apparently Mason Mount was on less money. Even Saul was on more money than Mason Mount. Look, I think that might be whether that is the case. I think that might be the case. I think because Mason Mount was one of the lowest. I think he was, in fact, one of the lowest paid Chelsea players at the football club at the time. Yes, I think that is about right. But again, look, listen, he was still offered an extension on his contract. Why he didn't accept it, I don't know. Because as I said, I think it was only a 1-year contract. But apparently, this whole 1-year contract thing was on the table, or apparently was allegedly supposed to be on the table. Some people are saying it wasn't even being discussed. Some people are saying it was put there. I don't know. I don't know what to really believe. But all I'm going to say on the whole Mason Mount situation is this: that obviously I'm gutted he's left Chelsea. He was one of my favourite players at the football club. I was hoping he'd stay. Another, to be the next like JT coming through, to carry us forward like Reece James and all that. But he's decided not to move. He started to move on to pastures new. And as I said, I don't wish the guy good luck. I'm not going to wish him good luck. I have no hate against him. I've got no, against him. All I want is he's moved to Man United not to work out. That's all I'm going to say.
Obviously, definitely. Jesse Kante will say the same thing. He's not going to support any other player when he moves away from his football club. He even did not support West Ham United in their the Europa Cup, whatever cup it is, finance was not even supporting. So yes, right now he is an enemy to me, not in enemy sense, in terms of human being, but he's playing with a different club. So I'm not going to support Mason Mount, but I just wish him a little bit not to be so explosive at Manchester United. I want him to be an average player because he's not a Mark Hughes signing, my opinion. So we'll look into that. Thank you everyone that has been here. We are getting close, like 20 likes of the video. So guys, if you're on and you haven't liked the video yet, do not forget to like the video as the conversation gets more interesting. I'm gonna also have DJ Sav here. There's some few questions I'm also gonna ask him in regards to one of the players that have left Chelsea, have sold to another rival club, which is Mateo Kovacic. I feel Chelsea are going to regret selling Kovacic to Manchester City. With his experience, as next season we're looking for more experienced players in the team, and we have sold one of our best experienced player to Manchester City. What do you make of that? Also, or do you think that Chelsea should have kept him?
I think they tried. I think there were talks to try and extend him, but I think from my understanding, his cover had already made up his mind that he was going to move to pastures new towards the end of his contract. I think he was in his last year of his contract. He was not going to extend it. I think he made that clear that he loved everything. And what I like about his situation was I didn't want him to go to Manchester City, because I know at the time there were talks. I do believe that there were talks of Bayern Munich that were interested in him, I think, and there was another club. I can't remember. There was another club that was interested in him, but he said no, he wants to stay in England. I think his kids are still schooling in England. That could be another reason why he doesn't want to leave, which is again understandable. But listen, again, Man City have got a good player, and I know a lot of fans are going to say, injury prone, this and that. But on his game, we all know on his game, Kova is an excellent midfielder, and obviously, I'm not going to say, like same with Mason Mount, I've got no remorse against him either. I just don't want him to do well at Manchester City. But I know under Pep Guardiola, the guy is gonna ball out at Manchester City, because that's what Pep does. He improves players, and Ten Hag is the same. So whether we like to accept that Mason Mount may not improve in United, under Ten Hag he will. In fact, Ten Hag, from what I understand, going back to the whole thing, Ten Hag wanted him or liked him when he was playing playing on loan in Holland. So yeah, he's gonna improve him, just like Pep's gonna improve Kovacic. And listen, he's 29 years old, still cover. Let's not forget that. So the guy's got a long way to go. And look, if that's
Still got like
Gundogan,
strong. He's
yeah,
still got like three more strong years to play.
100%, 100%. If he can stay off injuries, if his injuries are not that bad, and if he can improve on his goal scoring, and his shots on goal rather than rocketing his shots, I think Pep will get that out of him. I think Pep will improve him 100%.
Pep don't even need him to score. Pep don't
No,
even need him to
if he
score.
wants him to, he doesn't. He doesn't need him to score, but if he needs to someone. I mean, if he can do what
Keep the
Gundogan has
ball.
done, yeah, keep the ball. But Gundogan was he was keeping the ball and scoring. If he can add that to his game, Man City have got a heck of a play on their hands again. I'm not going to lie.
And now Manchester City are in verge of bringing in is it
Gravidol.
I can never say his
Gravidol,
whatever his name is, and they're very close in getting the signature of this player. It's Manchester City. I don't know. It looks like every season they sell top players. It looks like Bernardo Silva will be going, and then Gundogan will be going, which we know Silva has been the he's the guy that have saved Manchester City's season. City went down, it was all Gundogan. I mean Bernardo Silva, but he looks like he'll be moving away from the football club. But then Pep is so good to the extent that he loses those big players, bring in another player, and then be able to improve them to be able to gel into his style of play.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then I don't know where you stand on the relationship between Chelsea and then the Saudi. Any comments on that? What do you make of it? And
Excellent
the comment coming from Mr. United, what's it, Gary Neville?
No, listen, Gary Neville's going. Listen, his club is going to be bought up but his club sooner or later is going to be owned by Qataris sooner or later, right? So I don't know why the guy's even complaining or moaning. Yeah, it's typical Gary Neville. Everything Chelsea seem to do, he always seems to think Chelsea have got a dodgy way of doing things. But listen, it's not true at all. Chelsea have found a way. They've got a good relations. Good relations there. In Saudi Arabia. Okay, let's be honest. The asset company that is owned by Clear Lake Capital Bank. Listen, Man City have invested. I mean, their owners have invested in there. I think people think it's about 5%. 5% they've got an investment in there. So I don't understand what the problem, what the issue is. But as usual, as it always goes, you're going to get the odd people out there like your Nevilles, like your Jamie Carragher's. They're going to come out and say what they want to say because it's Chelsea Football Club, and there's always a dodgy thing about Chelsea. So let's be honest here. Nothing's dodgy by it all. I think it was looked into as well because people wanted it to be looked in. As far as the FA are concerned, FIFA is concerned, Chelsea are doing nothing wrong. So great relationship, mate. Long continue, mate.
Thank you very much. DJ Saf got it all. But he has a lot in terms of what Chelsea are doing. So today, guys, today we end the series of done deals at Chelsea Football Club, the outgoing players. We've talked about yesterday, 2 days ago when we came live. We did talk about the other players. We talked about Edouard Mendy. We talked about Kalidou Koulibaly. Today we talk also about N'Golo Kante. And then also Kai Havertz, Mr. Shai Havertz. I don't know. We haven't heard DJ's opinion on Mr. Shai Havertz to Manchester Arsenal Football Club. And then also, who else did we talk about with Mason Mount is there? Do you have anything to talk about, DJ? Mr. Kai Havertz.
Mr. Kai Havertz. Again, I'm not going to lie. People that will know me on your streams know I was a massive fan of Kai Havertz. Obviously, I was gutted that he left Chelsea. He's gone to Arsenal, but listen, again, a lot of fans will look at saying, "Oh, he was only known for the Champions League goal." That's all Kai Havertz is known for. But I think
I'm in the same shoe with you, DJ. I feel like Kai Havertz should be a player that Chelsea should have kept.
Correct.
Because,
like
you're gonna say, we've played him in the wrong positions, which is not known for. As a midfielder, this guy has a lot of moves, a lot of skills in his pocket, which he can use in Mauricio Pochettino's regime, but could not keep him. So go ahead, DJ.
Now listen, 65 million we got him in the end, in it, more or less. So we got paid 72 million for him in total. So we've made a good profit back on him. People may look at it, we made a good back on him, even though it might be a slight loss, but still, it's over £60 million for him. I obviously didn't want him to go, as I said. But listen, I think what people got to realize with Kai Havertz is this: if Arteta can unlock the Kai from Leverkusen days and play him in that right position that he was. Don't forget, in Leverkusen, the guy was coming deep from midfield. He was more or less like, when the cross would come in the box, he'd be coming in and finishing the ball. He would score a goal. If that was what he was known for. If Arteta can get that out of him, they've got a good player on their hands. And I know a lot of Chelsea fans are like saying, yeah, good ribbons, bye-bye Kai, bye-bye Shy, whatever they want to call him. Listen, I still think he can go and do well at Arsenal. I think he will do well at Arsenal. But again, I keep saying it. I won't wish him good luck, even though he's one of the players I don't. Even again, he's a player. Obviously, was one of my favourite players at Chelsea. But I'm not going to wish him good luck. But I will say one thing is, it'd be one to watch out for next season. If it doesn't, I think Arsenal could get the best out of him. But again, we'll see what happens.
Okay. We have some few comments here. I'm going to read them out. If you have any reaction to any of the comments that come in here,
sure,
you can just go for it, DJ. All right, so I'm going to start from here, Tony. Okay. I feel exactly the same, DJ Sav. Okay. Then we have Shama. Shama said that selling our academy player to our rival giving him the most iconic kit number, who was played by one of the greatest ever. CR7 doesn't matter if Mount flop at Manchester United, should be shameful. All right, that's coming from Shama. Thank you very much for your wonderful comment. Phantom of Minotaur Big said, when does FIFA decide on Man City FFP penalty? Right now they have appeal, so the situation is at court at this moment, but it will take a while. They will drag it. Remember, City have money. They can hire the best lawyers in the world to stand in their case for them. So I know people are saying that they could be stripped off their titles and all that kind of stuff. It'd be a shame. It would be a shame if that happened. It would be a shame. Is there any truth in the Santos loan news at this moment? We'll get back to that. Arsenal have certainly strengthened their squad.
Yeah, 100%.
It's true, 100%. 100%. DJ, any truth in the Santos loan?
Yeah. Listen, the news on the Santos deal, the Santos news is yes, Porto want him. The only outlet that actually reported this was the Record. I think it was a Portuguese Record in Portugal that reported this news of Santos as a loan. And apparently, manager Conceição has actually said to Porto that he's agreed on the loan. He'll sign off the loan off. But from my understanding is Chelsea don't want to loan him out. I know very much that Pochettino very much wants him in his plans. He wants to see him in pre-season. Very much wants him to be in his team for next season. I think both him and Cassidy, who's the other player, might be also staying. So I can't see that happening. And certainly I know for what I'm hearing and understanding is, have any of you seen any of the training videos? This guy looks excellent in training, and I know Poch likes to work with players like that. So it's very unlikely he'll go to Porto unless Chelsea bring in 2 or 3 midfielders, which could obviously, shorten his gap for playing in that team. But I think my understanding is we're going to bring in 2 midfielders and we'll probably loan one out. But I don't think it's not going to be Santos though. From my understanding of this moment in time, it's not Santos.
All right. So if you guys are watching the update on the game, I didn't watch the game, but I've seen the update. England under 21 final, I think 3 victory over Israel. So England have made it to the finals. In my opinion, was it the semi-final game?
Yeah, against Israel.
Yes, yeah. So they made it to the finals.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who they're going to play. If they're going to play, what's his name? Ukraine or the other team. So they're very happy that England have made it. Levi Colwill, and then also this guy from Newcastle United, the guy that Chelsea were going in from Everton. That young player.
Who oh, yeah, another one you're talking about. We didn't sign him in the end, did we?
Yeah, we didn't sign him. When Lampard was there, he was heavily linked.
He's not coming to me.
Is it Godwin? Oh, is it Godwin?
No, I forgot his name now. It just shows you how much on the Everton plays. I know the one we were looking at him last season. People in the comments, see if you Anthony Gordon. Thank you,
Anthony
Guled
Gordon.
Ismail.
Yeah,
Big
I was
up.
there. Anthony
Big
Gordon. I
up to you.
couldn't
Big up
remember
to you.
the
Thank
first
you.
one. Yeah, big up team Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
remember
it's-
the thank
yeah. And then the other player from is it
Gibbs White.
Gibbs, yeah, Gibbs right.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, he's looking.
they've
Yeah,
been
he's
a
looking good.
word player.
And not and do you also see Madawake's been playing excellent for them as well, by the way.
Oh
Wow player.
yeah.
He's been
Gullit said
brilliant.
Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, he brought it out for me.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you very much. Gullit Ismail, he's listening. Thank you very much. But I mean, we got people that have tuned in from beginning and they're still here. Thank you guys very much. I know you guys like the show, so we're bringing you. We're trying as much as I can to entertain you guys. It's one man thing over here is very difficult. Trying to do this and being a family man also, it's not easy. It's not easy. But we're trying. Tony said, Arsenal have certainly strengthened. I think I've read that one. Anthony Gordon coming from Gullit says, please, after Casado, which after midfielder should we
Chelsea,
sign? Which
Chelsea
after
sign?
midfielder? Guys, our did you answer that? But our subsequent screening, we will be coming up with incoming players, and then rumors of players that are linked with Chelsea. Are linked with Shamat said he flopped at Newcastle. In my opinion, thank God we didn't sign that speed merchant. All right, DJ, go ahead.
Yeah. Which one do you want to answer? The midfield one.
The midfield one.
Hold on 1 second, bro. I've got another phone.
Go ahead.
My phone calls are ringing me. Hold on 1 second, bro. Sorry about this. My phone keeps ringing. Hold on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's okay, DJ.
Bear with me, bro. Bear with me 1 second, brother.
Okay. All right, guys. If you're getting ready for the preseason game, Chelsea will be playing Brighton, Newcastle, and Fulham. Will be shown on Sky Sports. So if you're England, you should be able to watch the Chelsea game against Brighton, against Newcastle, and Fulham on Sky Sports. And also Chelsea, Wrexham, Chelsea vs Dortmund will also be free on Chelsea app. So if you're not in England, you can tune into those games on Chelsea app. They'll be free right then. Also, Chelsea preseason game will be on the Chelsea app if you aren't in the US or UK. So all Chelsea app will have some of the games in there. So do not forget, the games will be right there for you. And then also NBC SN in USA coverage of the summer series, and Sky has UK coverage. The rest of the world can watch all the games on the Chelsea app. So if you're looking for the games, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know when the games are coming on. So you can also, if you're in the community, I'll put them on the on my chat. On my channel on the community side, I'll put it right there so you know when the games are coming on, so you don't miss any. So that's just by the way, DJ. I'll come back.
Thank you, bro. Sorry, but I had a phone call. They will come at the wrong time. Okay. In terms of the question, which midfielder? There are 4 midfielders that we're looking at. I think one we're going to be signing, but whether he's for the first team, I don't know. His name is by the name of Mateus Franca. He's the Brazilian boy that we're signing, 18 years old. Apparently talks have been negotiating. I think Chelsea have come to negotiations, end of negotiations. I think that deal's going to be getting sorted out. But I think the option for him is to be loaned out to Strasbourg when he does come in. The other 3 midfielders that have been mentioned, and people are saying about Vega. Now, there's a lot of talk about saying Vega 100% is going to PSG. That's not a done deal yet. From my understanding, is that he is very much probably will go to PSG. But he still also wants to hear what Chelsea have to say before making a decision. I know today Luis Enrique was unveiled on a 2-year contract with PSG today, so that deal may push even further now. So he might end up signing for PSG, and that will be it. But from my understanding is I think he was still waiting to hear what Chelsea have to say before making the decision. But it's more than likely it's going to be PSG he goes to.
Is he Vega?
Vega, yes.
Yeah.
Gabriel Vega.
Gabriel Vega.
Yeah.
Gabriel Vega. I made a video on him, and the video is doing very good on social media. It's doing very, very good. Gabriel Vega. The way he came out from the youth, and his dad has helped him a lot. So yeah, Gabriel Vega is another player Chelsea are looking for. He's also playing in the under-21 competition going on. Yeah, so Chelsea interest is right there. Chelsea have a lot of interest in that competition. So
yeah,
that's Fabrizio Romano just released a video and said that Casado to Chelsea is very concrete, and negotiations are getting very closer. And also today, Chelsea, there's a league of Chelsea sponsorship between Chelsea and Oman A. I'm not sure if it's DJ, you've seen that
Yeah,
news out,
yeah.
new partnership.
I've seen that, but I don't know if it's actually a shirt sponsor though. I know it's a sponsor. I don't know if it's whether we're using them. Obviously for the flying, whatever it might. I think we're using them for their flying partner, but I don't know. I don't know if they're actually our sponsors on the back of. I don't know if it's the one that we're going to be using. I know the deal for this betting company, Stake, whatever they were called. I know yesterday's news came out saying that we're no longer proceeding with it anymore for now. So they're still looking for sponsors, Chelsea, and this Alliance is still not gone away. Alliance is still in the background as well, so that could still possibly happen as well. But yeah, I mean, if it's Omar Air, from my understanding, Omar Air is just for the air sponsor. But if we do use them on our shirt as well, that would be great. Obviously, that sounds like a good sponsor. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've not heard of them.
Oman Air.
Omar Air, I've not. So obviously, they're the people that are knowing it behind the scenes that are dealing with all that side of it all know better. So if they are good, then obviously they'll be good to get a sponsor. And I was just going to talk about the other two midfielders. The other two midfielders that have been mentioned for Chelsea, again, it's been Kudus from Ajax, and the other one is Jerky from Lyon have been mentioned as well. I don't know if you guys have anyone's seen it. It's been a lot of tweets going on about those players, in particular the last couple of days. I know for a fact that Brighton are also looking at Kudus for Caicedo's replacement.
That's what I feel like. Kudus Mohamed will be moving to Brighton instead of coming to Chelsea. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think that as well.
Because it's not. Yeah, Chelsea. There's not much. I wouldn't say these people that are reporting news on Chelsea are not really talking much about Mohamed Kudus, but it's all about Brighton and Kudus. That's how I feel. I feel like he's going to start from Brighton, and from Brighton he's going to move on to Manchester United because Erik ten Hag knows him very well.
Yeah. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me if because United are looking for a midfielder as well. They've got Mason Mount, but they're looking for another. They're thinking, and I think they want a striker and a goalkeeper. So it wouldn't surprise me if he does come in for them. I think they're waiting. I think the reason why things have delayed on more signings is, my understanding is, didn't Man United have about 100 million to spend even before the takeover? So they've already used 60 million on Mason Mount.
They have FFP too going around the club also. So you have to sell.
Yeah, they do. This is the problem they've got. They can't ship players out like Maguire. They can't get rid of McTominay. They're looking to get rid of Fred. There was a lot of talk with Fred to Fulham, which I don't know if that's still going to happen. McTominay they're trying to get rid of. So there are some players they're trying to get rid of as well. But let's see what happens on that one. But in terms of going back to Chelsea, the other, as I said, Jerky's the other player that we're looking for from Lyon as well, the French midfielder.
Shamat said what's going to happen with players like Kalamos Nodoy, Broja is staying. Hall, will they get chance under new manager or just get loan or sold? In my opinion, I don't think Kalamos Nodoy will be sold. Definitely Kalamos Nodoy. There's so many rumors that states that Kalamos Nodoy will be sold. I don't think that Mauricio Pochettino is going to use him. He wouldn't get that much time. Broja, yes, Broja, we need a striker, so Broja will be in there. If Lukaku doesn't come, it means that we have Amanda Broja. And Chelsea are also, if you guys know, there's a guy that I do follow on Twitter. His name is Philip Johnson. He's got a lot of information, behind the scenes information, and he said that Chelsea are looking at certain strikers. As of now, Koulibaly is one of them, Lautaro Martinez, and also Dusan Vlahovic, players that Chelsea are looking for. Chelsea will be having an amount of 180 million for Osimhen. So far, he will offer at least one of these players who has 180 million to spend on a very, very good striker. I'm not so sure about Lautaro Martinez. He's not the kind of striker that I will go in for. But then if I have to go for these three strikers, I will weigh, put my options on Dusan Vlahovic, Juventus, things are not going on very well for Juventus. So I'll be looking at Dusan Vlahovic and then also Koulibaly, who's now on top of his game everywhere. Everyone wants Koulibaly, but Dusan Vlahovic will be very, very good. Lautaro Martinez, he needs another striker to play off the shoulders. He needs a player like a Lukaku to play alongside him. A player like maybe Ibrahimovic, a very, very tall and bully striker who can be able to bully defenders and give, because he's not that kind of a guy that can bully strong defenders. He is a very, very small guy, and he can play in a very, very tight spaces. So he needs the one that will get the ball, and then he will run into it, and then he can finish. Most of the time, that's how 1-2 interpositional play, if I should put it that way. That's the kind of a striker he is. So Lautaro Martinez, I would not like Lautaro Martinez. He's a good striker. If Chelsea gets him, I'm not worried about it. But Dusan Vlahovic or Koulibaly, one of these players Chelsea are looking into. Before the summer window, there will be another striker in that will play alongside Armando Broja, because we can go the whole season with just Armando Broja. So Carlos Nodoy, I said he will be sold. I don't know what DJ Stab think. Do you think that Carlos Nodoy will get another chance under Mauricio Pochettino?
It doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it, Nee? I mean, I don't know if you saw yesterday's comments that were coming out yesterday. It looks like Chelsea are actually going to terminate his contract in order for him to actually move on. I'm obviously, you know what, I'm obviously, again, you know, he was one of my players I actually thought, you know, when we had him, was going to be the next kid to break through, explosive kid to break through our ranks. Can you imagine, just only 3 seasons ago, Bayern Munich came in for 70 million for this kid. And, you know, we let it go because we thought, you know, gave him a new contract, thought it was going to make it. But again, it's the same old thing. He had the same bad injury as Loftus-Cheek had. And the guy's not been the same player. You know, so again, gutted that he's gonna leave. I still, you know, he's what, 22, 23 still. So he's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, 22, 23, yeah.
So he's still got a long way to go. And you know, listen, if he can go to a good club for him, I will wish that kid good luck, because he's been plagued with injuries. He's been unlucky, and it looks like he's going to stay in the Premiership. And I'm understanding that Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and there's another, are all looking at him.
Yeah. Man United are looking into Moroccan midfielder Safar Rabat, a very, very good player, very experienced. He played very well in the World Cup also. Yeah, a very good player. So let's see if they can get him. Personal terms agreed. Oh, so that means they're very close. I mean, personal terms can be agreed. We've seen that happen many times, but it doesn't mean that it's that close. But then let's see if there's any other move. But personal terms I've agreed. Is it between the club or is it between personal terms could be the club and then his club, maybe. Carlos Nodoy decided to leave AC Milan, and Crystal Palace are interested to football clubs. AC Milan, you know, they're taking so many crap players from everyone. You don't want him, he picks it up. He goes through it. I watched a very funny video on Instagram yesterday, and it was a video of Tom and Jerry, and it was one of the Tom and Jerry was going through the dumpsters and picking up people's garbage. It's like they go into dumpsters. When they see this dumpster, they look into it. They say, "Oh, there is what's Ruben Luster's chick?" And then they grab him. Oh, they look into that. There's Hakim Ziyech over there, and then they grab him. They look into that. So it's like they're going through people garbages or dumpsters and picking up players. That is what the video was trying to say to AC Milan. Martinez and Lukaku will work well, but Lukaku is not interested to come to Chelsea. That's another point. I hope Broja gets a real chance to show his ability, providing he has recovered from his UCL. That is one thing recovered from his UCL. All right, guys, go have fun. I'm on live for this moment. I'll get hold of you. Sorry, guys. Okay. Broja looks mad for the Premier League, fast and powerful. Coming from Tony, not related to Chelsea, but do you guys remember Isco? Yes, we do remember Isco. James Rodriguez, James Rodriguez, crazy how nobody wants these ballers. Now they are not even that old. Some will tell Hazard, same with Hazard, not even getting Saudi contract. Hazard's situation is very, very difficult. You can't tell James Rodriguez, I remember him, and also Isco. Oh my god, they were ballers when they were young, but certain decisions you take in your career can really affect you badly. DJ, any
Yeah,
other thing
bro.
you want to add to it? We got just 6 more minutes to bring the stream to an end, which give us an hour 40 minutes. So 6 more minutes. Let's wrap up, Mr. DJ.
Yeah, just I've got one question for you, and
Yes,
probably
sir.
people in the comment. Have you? What do you make? Would you sign the Argentinian midfielder from Roma? He's only worth 12 million. 2 players that are paying out. I'm trying to get his name. Oh, I can't believe I was just saying his name just now.
Let me.
Apparently, Roma want to sell him. He's available for 12 million. But a lot of what I'm surprised about is a lot of Premiership clubs are not even looking at him. But he's still a good player. I can't believe I can't get his name now. It's so silly. I mean, I just had his name at the top of my head and it's gone now. Oh, who's an Argentinian midfielder? And people in the comments, the guy who's worth at 12 million, he's playing for Roma. He's only worth 12 million for any club that's outside the Italian league. But I think anyone from England can get him for around about that price. I'm trying to get his name now. I can't believe I can't get this kid's name. So
I'm trying to look if I can find any news on him, but
he's mentioned today. I've seen him go around on tweets today. Someone's been talking about him today, and I thought 12 million a club can pick him up for from the Premiership. Dybala, Dybala. Would you go for him?
Player, I wouldn't go for Dybala. Injury. He's also an injury pro.
Yeah,
a lot of injuries. He's a baller. He's a good player, but lots of injury. He's not strong. He's still a Premier League player. You get what I'm trying to say? He's not. His physical nature. He needs a little of more muscles to be able to test this Premier League. He'd be bullied. DJ. Yeah. He's a good player. Yeah. One, he gets a lot of time off in terms of injury. 2, he's not strong enough playing in that positions. He'll be bullied. Look at how Sancho is struggling. Sancho cannot even make it through. Sancho is struggling. Imagine Dybala.
Listen, I asked that question, but I 100% agree with you because I know there's a lot of people are tweeting around saying that they will take him at 12 million. That's why I was only asking, what would you guys think in the comment? For me personally, I rate him as a player, but like you said, too injury prone.
Yeah,
I think you get kicked and pushed. I think you get kicked all over the Premiership if he was to come in.
If you have a problem with Christian Pulisic, then you're gonna have
it'll be worse with him, isn't it? It'll be worse with him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's worse of Christian Pulisic. Yeah, if you have a problem with him, then I mean, he doesn't get you that many goals. He doesn't get you that many goals. You can get a good free kick taker. He's a very, very good free kick taker. Dead ball specialist. He's very, very 100%. Good. Yeah. Very, very good. But then you need more than that. If you rely on a free kick taking alone, then let's go for Ward-Prowse, the guy from Southampton.
Yeah,
he can give you that because you don't know much. You don't want much from him. But it's something that I've always been thinking about. DJ, look at the players that we have now. Do we have any dead ball specialists? Reece James has been trying, but Reece James free kicks are not that killer expert free kick.
We do now.
This kind of a free kick. Who do we have right now, DJ?
N'Golo.
Is it dead ball specialist?
Yes, he can take free kicks. Good at penalties. Excellent corner kick taker. I don't know if you've seen his free kicks for. They're very good. I mean, I think I haven't
seen much of a free kick, so that's why I'm worried.
He's not bad. He's not bad. I tell you that now. He's got a shot on him as well. I'm really looking forward to this guy playing for us. I really am. When we signed him, I was so happy we signed him. I'm very much now looking forward to him to coming and doing the business. So yeah, I think we've got one there now in N'Golo. But we need more of them. I think Enzo can do it as well. Personally, I think Enzo in the midfield, he's also good at all that kind of stuff as well. Dead balls, free kicks.
Yeah, but not the one that can get you goal. You know that this free kick. This guy is right there, like Marcus Alonso. When Alonso stand behind the ball,
you know what's going to happen.
You know what's going to happen. Yeah. So, and also, when Fabregas stand behind the ball, you know what's going to happen. When Neymar stand behind the ball, he's going to go in there. Those kind of things that I was looking for. last season we didn't have the one that was doing it. It was Reece James, and most of the time it's very easy for the goalkeepers to stop those balls coming from Reece James. But he tried. So if you're saying Cuckoo, all right, I'm very happy with the Cuckoo taking those. I'll look more. I'll go into and look at his some of the highlights.
Look at his highlights, mate. You'll see.
Effective. So thank you very much, Shama, for helping out a lot. We're giving us the name. We're all worried about the name Dybala, but Dybala did not come to my head. 12 million, man. Is that how bad this guy has fallen from Juventus to Roma? That should tell you something, DJ. From Juventus, Argentina national team, World Cup winner. He's been there. Now he's dropping. He's going down and pecking order. He's just going down, and it's not getting better for him.
But apparently, he's only offered that price to clubs outside the Premiership. So, sorry, outside of Italy. So, if a Premiership, if Chelsea, Arsenal, anyone were to come down and put that money on the table for him, or whoever it might be in the Prem, they could get him if he wants to join at that price. It's only for the clubs that are not in. It's only the clubs in Italy that have to spend more money on him, from my understanding on his contract.
Right. Big up to you, Metal Face Doom. He said it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Absolutely. Big up to you, bro. It's been a long time. Absolutely. Phantom of Mini Topic said from Roma, I would like Tammy Abraham and Jose Mourinho.
Of course.
He loved there. You always funny. Too injury prone. See, just like I said, he's always injury prone. Tony said a good goal score, but had injury-prone career. Yes, Dybala. That's why he keep going down. Juventus have to let him go, and now he's going to Roma, who is playing in the Emidale Cup. All right. We should go get Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney will be good to get, but you want to get Ivan Toney for 18 months, sitting on the bench and paying him? You don't want to do that. He's not going to play kick football. Mitoma is skinny too. It is true. That argument is true, but he's not a pro. He doesn't get that many injury. Mitoma is skinny too. Saka is skinny too. Don't think you can say Dybala will flop just because of his physique. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. You've proved me wrong. There are players that have been in the Premier League, but then look how strong what's his name is Timo Werner. But how many goals did he score? He was even strong. You could say that Timo Werner will be ready to play in the Premier League. But right, so it's been too long. Big up to my brother. I know it's been too long, but I'm back. I know his age doesn't really fit the project, but I always thought
29 now,
Savic will come to Premier League. It's been forever. Milankovic Savic. It's been forever since he's been linked to every football club in the Premier League. Savic is one of them, and also another one from the Serbian league and the Serbian national team. He plays in the Italian league. Is it the same player I'm talking?
Who Brozovic?
No, is it Savic? There's another tall player.
Savic. It's Savic. Yeah, I mean, you mean you're talking about the Lazio midfielder, yeah?
Lazio, yeah. Is it from Serbia?
Yes, he is. I think he's. Okay, he is.
That's that guy. He's getting older now. He's been linked to
28.
Manchester United, Chelsea, every other Premier League team about 5 years ago, and he's still there in the Italian league, Lazio, with Maurizio Sarri. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Go ahead.
I was saying this, and I was saying this to Kachilla today or yesterday on his stream about Savic. I'm surprised this guy has been staying for so. I mean, it's like this guy's name is mentioned every season. This guy's been mentioned about moving to the Premiership every time, but it never, ever happens. And I think he's a great player. I think he's just the right kind of guy for the Premiership. He's tall, his physique. You know, for a midfielder from that, he's got a good shot on him as well. You know, he's really a good player, and I'm just surprised he's not moved to the Prem. I don't know whether Lazio are overpricing him or he's too comfortable in Italy. I don't know. But I know for a fact that he's always, I think from reading and hearing, he's always wanted to come to the Premiership. I just think Lazio are just outpricing him, mate. And I think the clubs are not going to spend that kind of money on him. Maybe this summer, he may move this summer. He may come this summer.
Let's see. Let's hope and see. Peace and blessings to all. What's your thoughts
Big up, Metal
with
Face Team.
Chelsea at this moment? We've had a lot of conversation. We've talked a lot. We've been speaking for almost 2 hours now. So yeah. Vlahovic, whatever his name is. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Metal Doom. Vlahovic at this moment, Chelsea are looking at 3 players. Just
He's
like
one of
Felix tweeted, he's one of them. Colomwani and then Lautaro Martinez. So Vlahovic. So by the end of the transfer window close, there will be a striker. Right now, who do we have? We don't. I wouldn't say we have Lukaku because the guy is now willing to come back, and Chelsea fans don't want to see him at the football club. But I feel like if he comes to the football club and start playing very well, start scoring goals, all those bad thoughts about him, having that interview with Sky Sports and whatever he said about the football club, his disrespect to the football club, everything will be wiped away, and he's going to have a new channel or a new season with Chelsea Football Club. That's how I feel. But he doesn't want to be in England. He doesn't want to be here. So let's leave him alone. Let's look for someone else. Shamat said same with Zaha and Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, get linked to big clubs every season, but doesn't leave. Zaha at this moment, rumors that I've been hearing, the Saudis are in for him. Zaha is on his way to the land of the Saudi Arabian, so we'll see if that's gonna happen. Metal Face Doom said, has Michael Jackson hold up the Chelsea shit? Yeah. What is he talking about? What Michael Jackson?
Yeah, he's talking about he's talking about Jackson who he signed. He's still that Jackson who he signed. I don't know why. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I think all I'll say. Listen, people are already. I don't know. I think Metal Face Doom is messing here, but I think I have seen some fans already questioning this guy's signature. I mean, people have got to realise we've only spent 33 million on this guy, 34 million. I don't think I think he's worth it. I think I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think he'll actually come and do pretty well for Chelsea. I just think we need to give this guy a chance. And I know a lot of people are looking at the big name signings, but listen, we don't seem to be going down that route anymore. We tried that with Lukaku, it didn't work out. No, we've tried that. Obviously, the only one I think the last striker for it to work for us, and it did work out, was Diego Costa. I think after that we've more or less been messed around with all these big name strikers. So Chelsea have gone a little bit, away from it all. Put a little bit of money, put a 32 million, whatever it is, for Jackson. Okay, and see how it goes. I think that's a good bargain. I think he'll do pretty well at Chelsea. I think people have got to let this guy play. From what I've seen of him from playing in Spain, he does look the business. I think he can come and do well at Chelsea. Yeah, Villarreal. I think he can do well.
I don't think there should be a problem. I had my doubts, just like you said, DJ. I had my doubt from beginning, because he went through injury, and it took 3 players to be injured or be off for him to get a chance again. And also, he hasn't got that many caps with Senegal. But he played against Brazil, and he was so good. He was so good. I watched his highlights from Villarreal. This guy is a player. But my problem right now, DJ, would you prefer Mr. Michael Jackson to wear the number 9 jersey, or do you prefer him to wear a different jersey number, as we've not had luck with the number 9?
Yeah, this whole thing with this number 9, this whole thing with the number 9 shirt. Yeah, listen, that's a bit of a strange one. I mean, for some reason or another, we are with the number 9 shirt. We seem to be cursed with that number, as people are saying. But let's see what happens with him. Maybe he gets a different shirt. Maybe.
What will Ziyech go now? At this moment, Ziyech cannot go anywhere. We are stuck with Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech has a hip problem. He has a knee problem, and no club will take a player who has that kind of injury. It's just like Chelsea. It's not willing to pay and bring Ivan Toney to the football club, sitting down for 18 months and not playing and paying him. There's no sense in it. There's no sense in doing that. So Ziyech, the reason why he failed his medical wherever he went at the Saudi Arabia club that wanted him, because he has injury, and now he has to go through medicals and get rid of the injury before he can be sold. So Ziyech is not going anywhere. He can't. That thing cannot be solved now until the transfer window closed. So let's look at maybe January transfer window before Ziyech can move away to anywhere else. How would you guys rank these players in order of how much you love him at Chelsea? Number 1, Mata. Number 2, Oscar. 3, Fabregas. How are we gonna rate them? Let me think about it, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Let me think. Yeah, I think when Ziyech flopped at Man United, he was scared.
Zaha.
Okay. Oh, Zaha. He was scared.
I think when Zaha flopped.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zaha. He was scared of a big club move. I think United did not fancy him. And Zaha he's got much more better based on experience. Playing more in the Premier League, he's now playing with much more experience because he's a start man at Crystal Palace. He's a star man. Everybody's looking for Ziyech, just like Hazard was at Chelsea. When everyone gets the ball, who are they looking for? Hazard. So he's a star man. He's playing with confidence. Everybody have to look out for him. Do you see him as a starter? He's talking about Mr. Michael Jackson. I see him as a starter.
Yeah.
He's not a bench player.
Yeah, I do as well. I think you don't pay that kind of money to leave him on the bench. I think he will start games. I think he will get game time, and I think he could. I think he might do well. I think he'll surprise some people. I'm not going to lie, Nee. I think he'll surprise some people in the Premiership. Honestly, he could be probably one of the bargains of the season. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see the preseason, how the preseason stands, and we're gonna see the movement of this guy. And then if we see him starting 2 games, then you should know that Mauricio Pochettino is going to start that guy. If you see him starting in 2 games, then it's all over. He's going to be in the starting lineup. So let me see the comments coming from my brother here. He said, Mata, Fabregas, and that's Tony's rating. Mata, Fabregas, and Oscar. Mata, Fabregas. I rate Fabregas, Mata, and Oscar. Oscar left very, very early. DJ, do you remember this guy? Oh, DJ is busy right now, so when DJ is done. Yeah, if you guys can remember, people are asking a whole lot of questions. Why young Premier League players like Ruben Neves and these players are moving to the Saudi League? You have to remember they are playing for money. And if you can remember Graciela Pella or Perry or Pella, he was on top of his game at Southampton. He moved at that very tender age to the Arab League. He moved over there, and he was the highest paid player at that time, Graciela Pella. If you guys can remember him, he was one season wonder. He made his name, and he moved to the Premier League. Do you remember that player, Graciela Pella?
Graciela Pella. I'm trying to think of him.
He was at Southampton.
You know what? I'm trying to think how long ago are we talking here, Annie?
Maybe talking about 6 seasons. Maybe 6 seasons.
Was he Italian striker? Was he?
I think so.
I'm trying to picture him for that. I'm trying to picture that.
Yeah,
he was like what I call a Diddy man, a small guy, wasn't he?
Smallish guy, very good on the
front.
ball. He had his name at Southampton for a season, 2 seasons, and then he was gone to the South League, and he was being paid a lot of money, lots of money. He was the highest paid player until the Cristiano Ronaldo's and all these guys are making their way there now. So
Pella. Is it Pella?
Yeah, Graciela Pella.
Yeah, that name does ring a bell. I'm not so sure of his
nationality.
I think he was Italian, if I'm not mistaken. Pella, let me just check that. I think he was.
There's an update on Fabrizio Ronaldo. I call it Ronaldo, but I know it's Romano. Inter director Leo on Manchester United bid for Onana. As of today, the proposal are not at the level we expected it, so it's not yet done yet. But Chelsea, go for this guy. Or maybe want to keep.
That's the guy's name, Graziano Pella. That's his name.
Graziano
Pella. Graziano Pella. Yeah. I just look at him now. He's what do you call it? He was an Italian player, and Pella signed a 3-year deal for $8 million with the Premier League Southampton in July 2014. and then he reunited with the former AZ final coach Ronald Koeman. Yeah, then he went off to Shandong. Yeah, so I know the player. Now I'm just looking at his picture now.
Another tweet coming from 4 minutes ago. 4 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano. He says the Inter director, Asilio, whatever his name is, Lukaku knows we want him back here. We're trying to find a solution. He's at Chelsea, and we are in contact. They told us he's not available on loan, so Chelsea don't want to give him out, and Lukaku don't want to come. But Lukaku is a property of Chelsea. So whatever Chelsea says, what he has to listen to. But if I like Pep Guardiola. He says when the player doesn't feel comfortable at the football club, he doesn't want to be here, let him go. That's why he lets his players go. They could be big name player. He let them go because they don't feel comfortable at the football club. Big up to you, big brother, Mr. Mo. I was thinking of contacting you and having 1 or 2 things with you, talk to you about something. How long are you staying on for, Nee? I'm done. I was supposed to be done about 10 minutes ago, Mo. I'm done.
Yeah. Big up to him at the Blue Lounge. It's been a long time, but big up to you. Hope you keep well, mate.
He says driving home, I can jump on in a few. Oh, Mo, it would be nice. I don't know. Dig yourself is tired.
Me? I'm all good, but listen, if you need to go and rest, I mean, it's fine with me.
Oh, not really me. Mo wants to jump on, but I don't know how long you're gonna take him.
No, if he wants to jump on, and I mean, if I can go off you if you need me.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to jump. You don't have to.
You sure?
No. Oh, it's StreamYard. We can take almost about 10 people, eight people on this. Yeah, it's not about you. He said he's driving home. I can jump on in the field. Okay. I thought he said he's driving. When he gets home, he's gonna jump on. But he said he can jump on while he's driving home. That's fine. Mo, you can hop on if you want to, Mo. I don't know if you can see the link, but I'll put a link in there again. Some few minutes. That's fine. That's fine with me. Says take care, people. God bless. Big up to you. Take care of yourself. Mid-out phase doom. I'm not so sure of your location, but if you're in the UK, I know it's getting late. The UK is about 5. It will be about around 4, 5, 6, 7, around 7 to 8 p.m. Over there. So yeah, DJ Self, go on, bro. I mean, Mo, the link is right there. Jump on as many minutes as you want. Brother is. Link it all for you guys. The beautiful game says big up Nee and DJ. Big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Tony said everyone can jump on. I already said that. I don't know why I should create this and just me and DJ Savalon. Everyone has an opinion. So you have an opinion, you want to voice out something, it's right there. Link is right there. Click on it. Mo is right there. Guys, let's click on it and jump in here real quick, and then let's have a say. Let's have a very healthy conversation. Our club needs help. Mo, let me know if you receive, if you've seen the link. The link is right there. Mo, you can click on it. It says Tony says 8:30 UK. Absolutely. It's my time is also 3:30, so we are around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 hours different. 5 hours different. The beautiful game said, are you going to the preseason game? Of course, bro. I've already sent my credentials in. I'm waiting for the Premier League people to send me all my information. I'll be going to all the games. I've sent all my information, and me and my team will be covering the games. Yes, me and my team will be covering the game. We'll be following, and this time I want to get close. I was thinking of meeting Mason Mount again. Last time it was me and Rhys James, and Mason Mount told me next time. So I was thinking I could meet Mason Mount, and unfortunately, the guy is gone. So yeah, this time I'm going with different tactics and different people that I got to talk to. Last time I couldn't get that access, but this time I'm waiting for that access to come in. I'll be able to have more vlogs and more chat with the players, and then I can get much more closer. Yes, I will be vlogging the game, bro. I will be vlogging. I'll be traveling. Long drive, but then it's worth it following the team. Mo, the link is right there. We're waiting on you. Isn't that will be done? But yes, absolutely live. I'll be doing that live.
Lucky you, mate. Lucky you, bro. I mean, my first game is Liverpool, mate. I'm going to be going to the Liverpool game, first game of the season. So I'm just looking forward to that.
we don't get a chance. We don't get a chance. We don't get to see the
But
team.
still,
So
yeah.
once they jump on the U.S. soil, I'm all over them. I'm all over
I
them.
bet you must be, brother. I bet
Since
you
that's what
must
I
be.
do. I have a media company, so that gives me a lot of access to be able
Mhm.
to do certain things. Sometimes I wish I'm in the UK. You know, I'll use my credentials to be able to get much more closer. Big up to you, Mr. Ryan.
Big up, Ryan.
How you doing, Nazan? How you doing? You
I'm
right?
doing all right. What I've missed this voice on this platform. I've missed your voice, Mr. Ryan. How are you? And how is your new job doing for you?
Yeah, it's good. It's busy, you know. New job, fresh start, lots to learn. I don't know if your, viewers want to listen to me talk about my new job, but yeah, happy to be here, man. Happy to see you smiling.
Oh yeah, man. I can't. What else? What else can I do? Just have to smile my life. I'm a living legend in my own way. You know, I'm a living legend in my own way. Oh, big up to.
Big up.
I'll come back to you. I know there's a lot of speculation on Liverpool. What Liverpool dealing. So but yeah, I'll come back to you in a second. But Mo, jump on. Mo, welcome to your channel.
Big up
Your
everyone.
sister channel. I'll see your sister channel.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
up, Mo.
Big up, DJ. Listen, it's a crazy time to be a Chelsea fan right now. I mean, the thing is, there's so much happening, but at the same time, there's not a lot happening. So it's like, we know what is supposed to be kicking off, but it's just taking forever to get over the line. I mean, from what I understand it, the Moses Caicedo situation is quite solid, and I think we'll hear some new information in the next couple of days. Potentially tomorrow. I think tomorrow we might get something in regards to the actual bid. From my understanding, a bid has gone through, but the details of the bid are still unclear. From what I understand, it's in the region of 85 million, and I think it is something that Brighton are going to accept. But we'll have to wait and see in regards to the structure of the bid. I think Chelsea are trying to do some installments in regards to the payment, and I think that might be the only stumbling block at the moment. I think the actual figure as it stands is something that Brighton are accepting, but it's the way that it's getting paid is where the discussions are happening at the moment. So that's in regards to Moses Caicedo. I want to just comment a little bit about the Mason Mount situation and the Pochettino situation. Oh, my camera just went off for a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my camera back on. Can you guys see me? Oh, here we go. Oh, one second. Got to change the setting. Technology, man. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, that's better. All right. So, Pochettino, I was really, really happy with the interview that he did yesterday. I think the statement that he made, rings close to home for a lot of us Chelsea fans. I think the barbecue that he hosted was a great idea. To get people feeling family vibes. We're a team here. We're working together. We're going to try to do this together. The training staff, the medical staff, from my understanding, even the maintenance and the administrative staff in Cobham were also part of that barbecue. So it was a good vibe. It was a good environment. So happy with that. Happy with what he had to say in regards to the winning ways of Chelsea, the magnitude of the club, and he holds it in a lot of respect and in high regard. So I was really pleased to see that. I was disappointed with the Mason Mount thing, though. I got to say, I love Mason Mount as a player. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's done he's done a great service for Chelsea over the years. But I think the fact that he did a pre-recorded video, a video that he clearly recorded, a little while back while he was on vacation.
Yeah.
The actual statement, I was expecting more as a Chelsea fan. I was expecting more in what he had to say to me as a Chelsea fan, rather than thanking the guys at the club. Fair enough. You got to do that, but also spend a little bit of time acknowledging us as fans because we supported you. We, me personally, I'm a still big fan of him as a player, and I want to see him succeed in his career. But I think he did us a little bit of an injustice in the way he addressed us in his goodbye video. I would have liked to see a little bit more from him because we as fans connected with him. I was really following his progress when he was playing for Lampard in Derby. So I'm connected with him as a player, as an individual, and I wanted to have him say goodbye to the fans in a more emphatic manner, if I can put it in that way. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Over the past couple of days, that's where I am with the latest news. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. I was listening to the stream in the cars I was driving home, and I'm like, I want to jump on. I want to get in on this. But yeah.
Let me go. DJ Sav and I have spoken a lot. How disappointed I am with Mason Mount myself. DJ Sav have also laid his point down. I don't know if the move is all about money, but let me hear a different perspective from a Liverpool fan. Let me hear what he's going to say in regards to if he's really listened to the video. Ryan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ryan, have you watched the farewell video from Mason Mount? That have been addressed to Chelsea fans?
I haven't seen it, but I got the same sense as well. Yeah, that it's pre-recorded, so he's had time to prepare and write it, and yeah, as a Liverpool fan. I'm pretty shocked. I thought this guy's long-term future was at Chelsea. And okay, he had one bad season for various reasons, on and off the pitch. But, I'm shocked. It's a big loss for Chelsea. And I think it's a massive gain for Man United, no doubt about it. I'm happy he's staying in the Premier League. I would say that because he's a quality player. And I wouldn't like to have seen him leave England.
And what do you make of him wearing the number 7 shirt at Manchester United?
It's a big number, big shirt to fill. But I've always felt with Mason Mount, he's got the character, he's got the confidence to shine in the spotlight. And Old Trafford's not an easy ground to play your best football, and he will have to prove himself to the fans. But like I said, he's a quality player. When I've been following his contract situation the past year and a half. I've said to you many times off air, I'd be happy to take him at Liverpool. I know we ended up getting McAllister and Szoboszlai and hopefully a few others, but would have happily taken him at Liverpool. Mason Mount.
Yeah, just like DJ Sub said earlier on that Mason Mount, that is a Manchester United fan, and I think that he is the head behind all this movement. He's been watching Manchester United games. He's been going there. He's been having he's been trying. He had he had a conversation between Manchester United sporting director. I forgot his name through the article, and then so this thing has been happening a long time. As reason why Mason Mount is now signing. What a beautiful game said over here. He said, was Mount that holding the camera? All right, Tony Mount finally got his wish to have his son playing for the club that he supported. Yeah, he's a Manchester United fan. DJ you have anything you want to say in regards to what Mo just said, Mason Mount? And I know we've said a lot, but if you have any more, you can add to it.
Now, listen, again, what Mo said is not what Mo just said, and what I've said the same. It's covering the same thing. I'm obviously, as I said, I expect a little bit more from Mason Mount, but as I said, I'm going back to us. I don't wish the guy good luck, and I hope his move at United does fail. To be honest with you, but let's see what happens, mate. Let's see what happens on it.
Crazy how Aspilicueta achieved almost everything with us and then left us after our West season, in my opinion. I don't think he left. Chelsea Football Club terminated his contract. I hope that's right, Mo. His contract was not terminated.
For who?
Aspilicueta.
As Aspilicueta's contract, it wasn't terminated. Let's just say they agreed to part ways under favorable terms. Because if a contract is terminated by either side, and there's a fine, there's a fee that needs to be addressed. But if they both decide to part ways mutually with a mutual agreement, then that's all it is, and that's what happened. So he was looking to move elsewhere to do something for the last few years of his career. Inter Milan were mentioned. Atletico Madrid came in. He wants to move back home. Be with his family, extended family, because his close family are obviously living with him. Extended family, and Chelsea granted him that request. All I can say is best of luck, Aspi. Aspilicueta, you are a true Chelsea legend. All right?
Can you imagine he didn't get any farewell from Chelsea fans? No farewell, no nothing.
Look,
That's very bad.
Farewell. I gotta say this. But I don't want to use the foreign player card here. I mean, we can use it. We can use a different time. But I want to say it this way. Players who came in to Chelsea Football Club, who have given us, their best years, who have, enabled us to win some fantastic trophies, like Aspilicueta, like N'Golo Kante. These guys, they should have they should have had, a better opportunity to say their goodbye. Yes, the way things panned out, you can't really plan for these things, but especially with N'Golo Kante, him never ever having a banner. A player that has done so much for the club, a player that has, given us so much joy and so much happiness in the way he's played, the way he's been a true professional, a role model for a lot of people, Chelsea fans and non-Chelsea fans. His work in Africa is commendable. The things that he has done. So I hope at some point we can do a testimonial match for Kante and for Aspilicueta. Especially those two players. For me, they are legends of the club, and if we, whichever criteria we use to measure a legend by, whether it's what they've achieved by playing for Chelsea Football Club, or the amount of games that they've played, or the legacy they've left here. I think both these two individuals have the right to be called legends on all of those aspects. I think we had a fantastic player back in the day, Claudio Makelele, and we were thinking, can we ever get a midfielder who can contribute to the same standard as Makelele? And I think with Kante did that. Kante did fill that void, fill that space in the midfield that Makelele left. And I think I know Moses Caicedo says he's a big fan of Kante and the way he plays. So I hope he can actually fill that void that's left by Kante. So let's see. But yeah, legends, Aspilicueta and N'Golo Kante. And I wish and I hope at some point in the future we're able to give him a good a good send off at some point.
This what I would like to see, if at least Chelsea can print a very huge banner where they can put it up during our Champions League games to give a farewell to these players that didn't get a chance to get that recognition before they left. But Kante, as much as we can tell, he deserves at least a game. We have to play a game for him, and then wish him a very good farewell.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, Kante coming to play back at the Bridge, unless we do a friendly match with in Saudi Arabia, where we can do something. Yeah, do something there. Maybe we can acknowledge him then. I mean, Aspilicueta, if he sticks around for a couple of years, maybe we see him in the Champions League at some point. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, before we wrap up, we're going to wrap up with this last comment here. What do you think that Mason Mount is kind of a reception he's going to receive at the bridge when he comes there with Manchester United?
I'll let DJ go, then I'll go after him.
Yeah.
I want to hear what he has to
DJ.
say.
Cheers, Mo. Mixed emotions. I think it's going to be there. I think you're going to get some boosts and you're going to get non-boosts. Listen, it's the way. I guess it's the whole situation of how he's gone to Manchester United. I think a lot of the fans are going to just look at that and think you've gone away that some fans do not like. And you're also going to get some fans that obviously wanted Mason to stay, never happened, that are going to be. So it'll be a bit of mixed emotions. But I do expect him. I do expect him to get booed though by those fans that obviously disgruntled that he's actually left the football club. So you'll get as I said, mixed emotions. I think personally. Put it this way, I won't boo him. I won't boo him. Put it this way, I won't boo him. Let's put it that way.
All right. DJ Sam said I won't boo him, but I don't think he's going to have both. People are going to boo him, and then others will hail him as one of us. Absolutely, that's true. DJ Sam, Mo, what do you think?
I would like to see him being given applause. I would like to see him being treated like someone who has returned home. Even though he's wearing a red shirt, even though he's playing for a rival. I don't like to see disrespect being handed out, and I agree with DJ. I think there will be certain fans who will do that. Me personally, I would not want to see that happen. I want to see him come play. I don't want to see him score. I don't want to see him assist. I want to see him have a poor game at a bridge. But yeah, we'll cheer him. Say welcome back to Stamford Bridge. Have a bad game and go home. But no booing, no harassing, no swearing, no bottles, none of that stuff. Just keep it civil. And I see. The thing is this: whenever an ex-Chelsea player comes back to the bridge, they've always given a warm welcome. Do you guys remember Diego Costa last season when he came? It was last season.
Yeah.
This was last season. He came back
Last season, yeah.
with
Wolves.
He took a clap. He took was it a lap of honor? People were clapping him. They were shouting out his name, thanking him for what he did as a player. And a lot of players, when they do come back, they get that because we appreciate our players. We appreciate everyone who's put on that shirt and who has served the club. There are the odd ones who have left on bad terms. Courtois being a famous name. Whenever they come back, we boo them because of the way they left. And Mason Mount.
I think he's gonna be in the same category with Courtois.
Yeah, but
people are calling him a snake too. Mason Mount online.
I know, but I think, and this is just me, but I think because the fan base is split over Mason Mount, there's people who are diehard fans of the player. There are those who dislike that type of worship of a player, and because you dislike that type of worship of a player, you take it out on the player and you take it out on him. I think if Mason Mount was just treated like every other fan, if we look at Jorginho, Jorginho had fans and had supporters, and he had people who didn't like him. But Jorginho will never get that abuse because he left on terms that were that weren't made to be such a big thing. I think the way the fan base had to fight within themselves because of the whole Mason Mount situation, it made it a sour move away from the club. I think had Mason Mount, been offered a contract, he didn't accept it, and it is what it is. He's got a year left. Manchester United come in, they make a bid, he decides to go. See you later. Have a good career, and that's it. But it's because of all of this. Oh, he should have accepted this offer. He should have done this. He should have done that. I'm not with that school of thought. A player does what he does for his family. He does what he does for his career. We have to respect that. We have to acknowledge that. And we have to also acknowledge, what he has done at Chelsea while he's been here. So, thank you for your service, Mason Mount. Thank you for the role you took in the Champions League. and the success that we've had over the past few years. Thank you for your service, but off to where United you go, and that's it.
Yes, sir.
Close the chapter and move on.
Hey, Mr. Ryan, are you still there?
Yeah, man, still here listening.
Y- let me get you into the picture real quick.
Sign up, yeah.
What's going on with Liverpool?
Let me quickly comment on Mason Mount because some really interesting
sure.
points meant there. But
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I expect him to receive a lot of boos when he returns to Stamford Bridge, just because of the contract situation. I can't remember the specifics, but I know he had been offered, was it 2 contracts, and then he was offered a contract before the World Cup, and then Chelsea withdrew it after the World Cup, and that surprised his camp, and they tried to tie him down to a shorter length contract until 2025, and I think Mason Mount's camp felt that was just basically to be able to sell him for a better value in the transfer market. So, it's because of his age, I definitely expect he will get a hostile reception. And the fact that, Chelsea tabled an offer and multiple offers and he didn't accept, it's kind of like, he feels he's moving on to something better and leaving Chelsea behind. But it is sad in the sense that, he's a Chelsea academy player. I know Reece James is still there. Gallagher remains to be seen whether he stays or leaves. But I think it's important to have those academy players coming through, just because it gives the younger players, the really, really young ones, under 9s, under 11s, under 12s, 15s. Symbolically, they look up to someone like Mason Mount. The path that he's gone through shows that it's possible, to make it up the ranks, climb the ladder, make it to the senior team. So, it's sad loss in that sense. But yeah, to see Mason Mount and Declan Rice, 2 players that I would vision would be wearing the Chelsea shirt together in the future. It's pretty crazy to see that they're both not going to be playing for Chelsea next season.
Do you think that the number 7 shirt that Manchester United sold to Mason Mount, is that what blew his mind off?
No, I don't think so.
Or is it money? Because if you're talking about real football, I don't think United is really the way he plays, the style of football really fits the way Ten Hag plays, but he really fit into Liverpool style more than United.
Yeah, I could have definitely seen him fitting into our style, either playing in the midfield 3 or even the forward 3 in one of the wide positions. But he's chosen Man United. I'm sure he's been offered a good, wages, long-term deal, long-term contract, Champions League football. So it probably ticks enough boxes for him. And probably he just didn't see that Chelsea wanted him enough, or they didn't show that they wanted him enough, and he didn't fit into this Project Youth. It'll be interesting to see, now that he has signed for Man United, how much Pochettino tried to keep him. It'll be interesting to see, how much truth there was to that. I'm sure that will all come out now.
Okay. So here we go. I think you've said it all, Ryan. Ryan, you were gonna talk about Liverpool's dealings, right? Before I get back to Mo. Yeah, go ahead, Mo.
I just want to comment about the number 7 shirt. The question you asked, Ryan. I think Mason Mount taking that shirt, in my opinion, is a mistake. Especially what it represents at Manchester United. Ronaldo, Beckham. That number 7 shirt. Yeah, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on him. Coming off the back of a really bad season. Playing in a new team, new teammates. It's not gonna be easy for him to adjust. It's gonna take him a little while to adjust, and having that added pressure, I think maybe had he have taken it a season down the line, a couple of seasons down the line, after he's actually done something, implemented something at Manchester United, it would have been a better or a wiser step to take. I again don't think that him going to Manchester United, we're going to see enough of a change to for him to flourish. I think it's a very similar type of structure to what we have here. Had he gone to Arsenal, had he gone to Liverpool, I think that kind of setup might have suited him a little bit more. But again, we'll have to wait and see what Ten Hag has planned for him. I think Ten Hag being so keen on him, he must see something that he wants to implement and utilize in a certain way, and maybe we're just not seeing it. So, but yeah, the number 7 shirt is it's a problematic one for me.
I said the same thing. I feel like that Jesse number will put so much pressure on him for him to perform day in, day out. Because from what I've read, Mason Mount has been away for some time now, trying to keep up with his fitness to be able to get into preseason with Manchester United and hit the ground running. If he's going to make it, we'll all live to see. I wish him the best, but I don't wish him successful at Manchester United. I want him to be just remain Mason Mount, not to be so extraordinary and to become too much. It will hurt my soul seeing an academic graduate that can be
yeah.
The
Bruyne 2.0, the Bruyne 2.0,
the
Bruyne 2.0, do you reckon?
2.0,
De Bruyne, Kevin De Bruyne 2.0.
Kevin De Bruyne 2.0. Oh, okay, I got it now. Kevin De Bruyne 2.0. I want him less. Way less. It should be an average, just like he was, not to blow up and be too explosive. It will hurt my soul. Seeing our player, it will be like just like you said, Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah, all these players. Why did we let him go? Now it won't be. Fingers will not be pointed to maybe Mauricio Pochettino or maybe the football club. It will be pointed at him himself. He wanted to leave, and the same thing with Kevin De Bruyne. He wanted to play and. Mourinho said you can't get that much playing time because he got senior players also there. Just relax. He said he wants to move on. Mourinho said the guy said he wants to move on and he let him go. So people still up to now blame Jose Mourinho at this moment. So we'll look into that. Before we get to the next topic, let's Mr. Ryan, sorry. Liverpool, you guys have signed a player. And I'm trying to get the player's name, and I heard him saying his name himself. But how can the commentators deal with this guy's name during commentary? Strasbourg or whatever it is.
Soboslai. It's not that bad. It looks typical, yeah. But
Soboslai.
Maybe just
scored. It's a goal. Soboslai. What a screamer! Are you
just
ready for that?
Call him Sob.
You know what they'll probably do? They'll just call him Dominic. Happy days.
Dominic. Probably they'll call him Dominic.
His first name.
Try and get rid of the Soboslai because he said my name is Nicholas. Is it Nicholas or whatever his name is? Dominic and Soboslai. And then someone is calling our player Mr. Michael Jackson. They want to see him lift the shit up. Mo, you know Michael Jackson?
Yep.
Yeah, they call him Mr. Michael Jackson. The beautiful game said more stories saying about him wanting the same money as Reece James. It is true. Some people brought that down news. Remember those negotiations started under Roma regime. We offered the same money and contract as United, but he wanted to go, which could be one of it.
Did you see the latest on N'Golo Lukaku from Fabrizio Romano?
Yes. Chelsea said Lukaku is not for long. It's not for long. They don't want him to go anywhere. So, and Lukaku don't want to come to Chelsea. So I don't know where we are at this moment. He doesn't want to come to Chelsea. He's a Chelsea property, but Chelsea said it's not for long. Maybe Mauricio Pochettino think he can use him alongside whoever they're trying to bring in.
Do you know? I spoke to a few people in regards to Romelu Lukaku, and the thing is this. The actual offer that Inter Milan are putting down for Romelu Lukaku, it works out to be a loan deal, an extended loan deal, because they want to pay I think 25 to 30 million pounds for the transfer for Lukaku, but they don't want to pay it straight away. They want to pay it over the course of a couple of years. Now, if they're paying 30 million of over the course of a couple of years, that means what? Let's say 2 years or 3 years. If it's 3 years, that's 10 million per year. That's really a loan fee for a player like Romelu Lukaku. So we're gonna sell him to you, and you're gonna pay us 10 million next season, 10 million this season after, 10 million the season after that. It's an extended loan, and that is what Chelsea are not happy about in respect to the whole Inter Milan proposal. I think if Inter Milan were to put in, let's say, we'll give you 40 million over the course of 2 years, 20 million now, 20 million next year, that may be something that Chelsea could be inclined to accept. But 10 million per year over the next 3 years doesn't make any sense. And this is why Chelsea are adamant not to do a deal with Inter Milan unless they are offering something a little bit more serious. And that's the problem with Inter Milan. They don't want to seem to buy this guy, but they apparently want him. Apparently, they don't have any money, even though they've sold a couple of players. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
And Mo, one more question I want to ask you in regards to one of your favorite players, which is Hakim Ziyech.
Yep.
What I know,
Right.
if right now someone asks me the same question, I told the person, look, it looks like now we are stuck with Hakim Ziyech because no one is going to buy or loan Hakim Ziyech in his football club if he's having that knee injury and that hip injury.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell you something that hasn't been mentioned in the mainstream press. Okay, but that knee injury is not. Firstly, it's not a knee injury. His knee isn't injured. Apparently, his knee has been found to be weak. Okay, so his knee is not as strong as they would like it to be. Therefore, they are anticipating injuries in the near future because his knee isn't or the strength of his knee isn't good enough. In regards to his hip, again, it's a mobility issue. I did address it in one of my videos, but
Yeah,
the
I did
thing
watch
is
it.
this: yeah, he isn't injured. So for those people who think that Hakim Ziyech has a knee injury or a hip injury, that isn't the case. He does not have any injury or a hip injury, but they have been found to be weaker because they in a medical they do a strain test where they strain the muscle to see or the joint to see how it performs under a certain amount of stress, and his knee was found to be weak. I'm not sure what is the parameter that they're actually testing on in regards to how strong it needs to be. But from what I understand it, Hakim Ziyech does have options elsewhere. There are a couple of clubs interested in him. I have seen reports from a club in the Premier League, Everton, and a club in Serie A, AC Roma. They are both monitoring his situation. They are more interested in the transfer now. The fact that Chelsea did accept an £8 million bid for the player. That is a fee that is attractive. A lot of clubs will look at Hakim Ziyech, look at that fee, and think, we can do a lot worse than Hakim Ziyech with that fee, pending their own medical. So I'm gonna assume that Hakim Ziyech will be out at the end but before the end of this transfer window, and I think it all depends on further medical tests being done by potential suitors to him. I'm not so sure what the situation is going to be in pre-season with Pochettino. Whether Pochettino is going to take him to the States for the pre-season friendlies, whether he's going to leave him behind, whether his situation is still up in the air. As a player, from what I understand it, and again, this is off the record from information that I have from certain individuals. As a player, he wants to play football. In regards to whether it's at Chelsea, whether it's somewhere else, if he is offered the opportunity to play regular football at Chelsea Football Club, he will stay. But he needs to be given that assurances. So if Pochettino does want him to stay and does have that conversation with him, like, Hakeem, we want you. We're going to give you an opportunity. We're going to look after you if you do, want to stay, and if you do want to leave, there's the door. We'll see you later. Have a good career. If he has a conversation with him in that context, Hakim Ziyech may surprise a lot of people. And again, it's a developing story. But like I said, his medical, and again, this is the Saudi medical. Do you guys remember? You know, in the winter, which wasn't so long ago, he had a medical at Paris Saint Germain. Everything was done. Everything was dusted. Paperwork is what held up that deal. So Paris Saint Germain didn't find an issue with his knee or an issue with his hip, because had they have found that, they would have possibly declined it.
Okay.
Again, one more thing that I do want to mention though is, I am not saying he doesn't have a serious issue, and one of the reasons why he may not have been given such a good amount of playing time under Potter and even under Tuchel towards the end of his management is maybe Chelsea did identify an issue and maybe they didn't want to aggravate it anymore, and that might have been the reason why he wasn't given so much playing time. So again, this is something that we can only speculate about and make assumptions on, until we have hardcore information, accurate, as Fabrizio Romano likes to say these days, concrete evidence, concrete information.
Concrete
We're going to have to wait and see. Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much for sharing this information with us, Mo. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, DJ Sab. Also, as usual, much appreciated from it. Mr. Ryan, I was on Mr. Ryan when I brought in the Hakim Ziyech question. He's given us a little bit of highlight on Liverpool's dealings today. But before I get back to Mr. Ryan, let me read just two comments that I have here. This one is coming from I123 Love You Forever. She says, sorry, I had to jump up for a bit due to work. Come back, and then you guys are still live. Looks like a great stream today. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you appreciating what I'm doing here. Thank you very much. I want to love you forever. Then we have this beautiful game. He says he said but we can get him off the wage bill, which is the important thing. I think he's talking in regards to Lukaku.
Hakim.
Is it Hakim Lukaku? I think it's
and Hakim Ziyech as well. I think Hakim Ziyech is on just under 100,000 a week. So he is one of the higher earners in the team. Before you continue, Nee, I just want to say something, guys. The stream is currently on 17 likes. We're 3 likes away from 20. Come on, 3 likes away from 20. You guys can do that in a heartbeat. So if you haven't hit that like button and you're on the stream right now, there's 8 of you watching right now, and I'm sure there's at least 3 of you who haven't hit that like button. So do us a favor, do Nia Zion a favor, a man who is doing his utmost to give you content on a regular basis. And I got to tell you something. Nia Zion works hard, all right? Nia Zion has a lot of responsibilities, but he's still making time to give you guys content. And if you haven't hit that like button to support him, to show love and respect to the stream, you guys are doing yourself an injustice as a Chelsea fan, and you're doing him an injustice because you're watching the stream and you haven't hit that like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed, why? Why haven't you subscribed to Nia Zion? Blue Clouds Media wants you to subscribe and continue to check out this content. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and subscribe to Blue Clouds Media.
Thank you very much, Mo. You left me with goosebumps all over me right now, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
The check is in the mail, yeah. The check is in the mail, yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'll look for EMX. Probably EMX will be the fastest one. So deliver it to you. All right. Really, it takes. I don't know how would I say it. You wouldn't expect another strong and a big content creator like Mo to speak nice this way on one's behalf and trying to convince others. People don't barely do that,
It's from the heart. It's from the heart.
Yeah, people barely do that, and I don't know. I don't have that links in the UK, but I've shown so much love to a lot of people that have been on your stream, trying to also help them get to a different level. You get what I'm saying? But then after they get so big, they get there, and You send them messages, they don't even acknowledge you anymore. But it's all about life. You live through this kind of experience because we're going through it. I know it's YouTube is. I don't know, man. I've been there once upon a time. I had almost about 400 people watching my stream live. And then it got to a point, I don't know what I did wrong and what I did right. I tried to follow the same procedure, and it looks like YouTube said, no, it was a mistake. We got you there. YouTube. And even I send videos out, people get my videos 3 days after. And someone keep let me staff send me a message. He was like, need this is an old message, old news. I said, stop, look at the date of when the video was being published. 3 days ago, you're just receiving a notification from me. It's not my fault, it's YouTube. You get what I'm saying? So YouTube has done me very bad, and it really pissed me off. I was like, look, I dedicate myself, and I put so much work, and I've paid over $400 for this stupid streaming app thing that I'm using here. And
why 400? You done the annual subscription?
The annual subscription. And because we want to stream, I can take that $400 and go to I wouldn't go to McDonald's. I can go to there's a nice fancy restaurant here. Me and my wife and kids, we can sit down and eat all the buffet, every crap that they have there, $400. But I sat down, I've invested into StreamYard, and then this is what YouTube is doing to me. But there are so many options I'm weighing.
I want to tell you something about streaming right now. There is a change in the algorithm, okay? Because streams don't seem to be what's the word here? Promoted or recommended as they were in the past. In the past, if you were to publish something and you titled it in a certain way, it would get precedence on the videos that have been published with the similar title.
Yeah.
Therefore, people will actually see your video, they will click on it and they would watch it, enjoy it, they'll carry on, disengage, they'll leave it. Now, that isn't the case. So they will only promote it if it gets a certain amount of views when it goes live. It goes live. So in the past, we start a stream, we get 15, 20 people in the stream, then you see it gradually pick up. And you look and you got like 200-300 people in the stream. That picking up part doesn't happen anymore. So if you start a stream with like 15, 20 people, okay, it may pick up to 60, 70, but it will not hit the heights that it used to do in the past.
Right.
This is why I've actually stopped streaming. I mean, I would stream like maybe once every couple of weeks, just to literally talk to the subscribers, and I don't have a target anymore in regards to streams.
It's the same thing, Mo. It's the same thing, same exact thing. I've realized that because if when YouTube started, the algorithm was based on thumbnails. How sexy you can make your thumbnails. You could tell that the women that put the sexy thumbnails with booty thumbnails, they were making it. And now YouTube realize that, okay, we don't have to go to that trend. We have to go for content itself, how people watch your videos, and they move away from that kind of thumbnail. So you can tell that thumbnails have now moved away from there. It is now on TikTok. I don't know what kind of platform it is. It's not a platform that is recommended. You should be recommended for kids at all. I looked at TikTok and I said, what am I watching? What the hell am I watching? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now YouTube algorithm is based on how many views you have on a specific video. And this is what it is. If you're a content creator and you're creating a content that is taking about an hour, right after this video comes to an end, nobody's gonna sit down and watch 2 hours stream. No one is gonna do that. So I also stopped doing it and then concentrating on short videos.
Yeah.
Because YouTube, especially the YouTube, what they call it, the YouTube Shorts, YouTube are promoting the shorts. So if you go to my content, you can tell on YouTube Shorts are even more than my ordinary videos that I post there. So if you do a video and it's more than 2 to 5 minutes, and you can keep it between 5 minutes and get your most important point across, and then just get away from there. YouTube, that's what you're doing.
You're spot on. I mean, in the past, videos that were 10 to 15 minutes would get a good traction.
Yeah.
Now it's all about shorter videos. So if you post something for 5 minutes, a 5-minute video, a 4-minute video, you'll find that it gets a lot more views than your 10, 15-minute videos. So I have tried to to cut down on the length of the videos, but I also have specific content that does need to be a little bit longer. So it varies. But this comment here is spot on. Likes are very important for the algorithm. They are. And that is why if you guys watching this video right now, you want to support your favorite content creators. If you want to support your favorite content creators, like the ones you're watching right now, Zion, that's all you got to do is literally a click.
That's
click,
how we can be big. That's the only way we can also get bigger.
And you're supporting. I mean, people like Zion, they're working hard. They're spending money. Listen, I'm a content creator. We spend a lot of money. If I show you the setup I have here, with the mics, the screens, when I first started, I mean, DJ Sav knows this. When I first started, I was doing my content on my mobile phone. Now I literally have 3 screens in front of me. I've got mics, printers. I've got lights in the back. We spend money to provide you with the best quality content. I mean, DJ Sam's probably looking at my camera and he's like, "Well, Moore's changed his camera, man. He's clear now."
I was gonna tell you. It looks like 4K. That is why I keep highlighting your video your screen and your camera because it looks like
it's expensive. But listen, I do it because I want to provide the best content for the people who watch it. So
it's true.
I know you spent thousands of dollars on your software, on your setup. Yeah. All they got to do is hit the like button. Just one click.
I'll show you guys this real quick. If you're watching live on my screen, you're gonna see something real quick. I'm gonna join using my cell phone and join it. So I'll take you around so you guys see how much time and how much investment we put into this. So when you guys come over here and we are screaming, we need your help. Though we don't need the money, just support it. Like the stream. Let me see if I can let me put the volume down. I'm trying to look for the link so I can join through my cell phone. All right. All we need is just a few support from you guys. I don't care what it is. I'm in there right now. Can I mute myself? Let me mute my microphone so I don't echo. All right, so I'm gonna enter the studio. Let me mute it.
You're mute. You're mute. You have to unmute yourself from the phone.
Yeah, I don't want to have echo.
No, you're good. You're good. There's no echo. You're good.
So that's the first screen down here. Another one here. Another one over there. There's another one here. And that is another one here. And then we have the Elgato Stream Deck that controls pretty much almost everything here. The lights, the internet, everything. That's a lot. And that's my 4K camera right there. If you're looking at me, that's what you're looking at me through. Then I have the other camera that's coming from the laptop. Also over here. So there is, and this camera, this light here, it's made in the UK. It's called Neo 3.
And it's hot.
Neo 3 is $700 for just one of these.
Yeah.
It's made in the UK camera. One of the best lights you can ever find. They use it in Hollywood. They got 2 of them. And that's the one that gives them that blue. The ambient light behind me, this is that one. So, and we don't use green screen. We don't use green screen. Mo doesn't use green screen, so you guys appreciate a little bit.
I have I have screen, but I haven't used it
Not
for
all the
ages.
time.
I haven't used it for ages. Yeah, I haven't used it for like a good 6 7 months. You're on mute, Nee. You're on mute.
Yeah, okay. You guys have seen behind the scene footage. It takes a lot of work that we put in to create. Even before we come over here and create the stream, before the stream is ready, I have to get another stream to get my thumbnails ready. Then I have to figure out what kind of hashtags that I have to put in my video to go with it. Then get all those contents. I have to make more research. So when you guys are okay, who's this guy talking over there? He's got an accent. So what? He's black guy. Oh, I'm not gonna. No. Let's not do this. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not. You don't listen to someone talking because of his skin color. You don't listen to someone talking because he's got an accent. I can't speak like you in the UK. I can't speak like you in wherever your country is because I wasn't born in that country. But at the end of the day, we are all speaking grammar and it's all English. That's all. So I hope those that don't know much about what content creators go through, you've seen a little bit of this and the investment they put in. And I don't get a penny. Although I'm under the monetization thing. Sometimes it's like a whole month and I got $4. Like, what the hell am I doing with $4? I never even retrieve any money from I have money. They are there. They're like $4 a month, $5 a month, $10 there. They're there. Because I don't look at it because it doesn't edge me to get those. It doesn't do anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm not bragging over here. I'm not bragging. But if you look at the investment that we put into this, if you look at $4, you're like, well, what is YouTube pay $4? There's no money. YouTube doesn't pay nothing, guys. It's all dedication and the love that we have for what we do. YouTube doesn't pay.
Only in regards to making money on YouTube. I mean, my channel isn't massive. It's not small, but it's not massive. I do make some money from my channel, but it doesn't. It might pay for one bill. Like it might pay for my phone bill or water bill or something. It'll pay for one bill. For you to actually make a living off YouTube, you're looking at
sponsorship,
getting 50, 60,000 views per video. You need to be looking at, getting it like Nia said, a sponsorship deal. So we don't do this for the money. Okay, I don't do this for the money. I mean, I've got a day job, and that pays me well. I've got a comfortable life because I actually go to work in the morning, come back, and I still make content for you guys. Need has the same thing. Need has a day job. He's got a family. But we still make time to make content for you guys because we love it. We love the community. We love the team. We love the club, and that's why we're doing
it. Tony said, the UK don't speak English either. Have you heard, what's that, Brumis? Scots.
It's Brummies, Scousers. Yeah, Brummies and Scousers and Geordies.
Look, I listen to top people from TalkSports. When they speak English, I was like, are they from the UK? It's this guy, what's his name? This Liverpool defender, ex-Liverpool defender, who is always on Paramount
Jamie
TV.
Jamie
Carragher. I can't understand what kind of English he's speaking. I can barely, and he's in English. And I was like, are these people really English? They don't speak grammar. They don't.
I'm actually and seriously worried for Steven Gerrard because he's now gone to the Middle East. He's gone to Saudi Arabia to manage over there. Yeah. Now they speak. I mean, in the Middle East we speak English. We speak English. Arabic is our main language, but we do speak English. We do understand English. But Steven Gerrard going there and the way he talks, the thick accent that he has, he's gonna struggle, man. They're going to struggle understanding him. They're going to have to get the interpreter to interpret for the interpreter. So, it's going to be.
I always ask, why do those people, especially those people that come from either Everton or Liverpool, those area, they have some kind of a weird accent and it's hard to understand. Like Steven Gerrard and Carragher, when they speak, it sounds different. And I don't know.
You know what it is, Nee? So English comes from England. Yeah, let's have it right. English comes from England. Okay, So the English language has a lot of different accents, and these accents are based on the region and the historic area. So, for example, in Liverpool and in Newcastle,
Yeah.
both of those are port cities. Okay, so port cities, the people who lived there, they dealt with a lot of different languages. Those different languages that they dealt with influenced their language, influenced their accent, influenced the way they speak. But every part of the UK, every part of England, they have their own dialect, their own accent. I mean, I'm from London, yeah? I'm from Northwest London. So the way I speak is different to someone who lives in South London or East London.
Yeah.
Okay, so even though it's one city, the different part of the city have a different accent, and not only a different accent, but also different terms that are used to describe different things and certain things. And that just makes the culture richer, the language richer. But yeah, I mean, you guys have the same thing in America, from the south coast, east coast, west coast.
Yeah.
They talk different. So
I mean, they here in America, when someone's coming from New York, sometimes it's the same English, but they have different jobs. Just like let's say sit down, they'll say in a different way, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's a southern part. If you remember,
I lived in New York. I lived in Queens. Yeah. When I went to Brooklyn, the way they talk in Brooklyn is different than the way we talk in Queens. And you go to Manhattan, totally different. So even though it's one city, the different parts of the city, they have their own accent. And again, New York is a great example because New York is also a port city. And they had a lot of, shipping trade and, sailors French, Spanish. Yeah. So that impacted it. It a lot. Look, I just want to say something. I got a bounce, but I want to say thank you for making time because I know you were closing the stream as I jumped on.
Yeah.
So thank you for making time to have me on here. I don't do streams a lot nowadays, so I don't get a chance to speak off the cuff. It's been a minute. So look, I just want to say, keep this up, mate. You're doing a great job on your channel. Keep it up. Your fans are going to support you. I mean, I support your channel from afar, or whenever I get a chance to come on. And I know it's not easy sometimes. Life gets to you and it makes it hard. I mean, I've had times where I want to make a video because I should, but I don't have the energy. But I still make time. And I still try to motivate myself. And I know you're going through the same thing. So keep it up, Nee. Keep it up, Nee. We're here for you. We're going to support you. We're going to back you. And best of luck. And DJ Sav, Ryan, the people in the chat, everyone, big up to all of you.
Big up to you.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you very much. I mean, besides football, we've gone off the topic, but this topic that we just had was very, very entertaining, and people have really realized what we go through as content creators. And thank you for sharing your views on that too. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Peace, mate.
Peace. Take care.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Mr. Ryan, I know you have a little bit of time to spend with me. I know you still got to go to work tomorrow, but DJ Sap too. Big up to you, Tony. Said after you, UTC after Chelsea. Yeah. Mr. Ryan, what do you make of the conversation that we just had? Yeah, we didn't hear much from you. I know you're just Mr. Listener.
No, yeah, man. I'm absorbing it, taking it in, and a lot of facts being spoken there from Mo and yourself. The life of a content creator, it's tough. And we really do respect and appreciate the work you're doing, both on the streams and behind the scenes. So thank you, Nazan. And hopefully, more people can like and subscribe. But let me quickly, Nazan, just comment on Liverpool.
Yeah, I was going to ask you Liverpool dealings.
Yeah, so I mean, you've already mentioned the names, Alexi McAllister and Szoboszlai. Clearly Liverpool focused more on the attacking transfers the last couple of windows. Bringing in Nunes, Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz. And then, we've seen Bobby Firmino leave, sadly, this summer. But this transfer window, it's always the focus has been on rebuilding the midfield. So we saw last season that was the Achilles heel for Liverpool. You know, we've got a very aging midfield. Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Thiago. These guys are 30 plus years of age. So that was always the focus for us this summer. And, I'm happy with the business we've done so far. And I'm also happy the way the club has operated swiftly. The club made a decision, after the season ended, that we weren't going to pursue Jude Bellingham, primarily because he was just too expensive and Real Madrid was his priority. We were not going to win a transfer war with Real Madrid. And I'm happy, we took our medicine, we pulled out. And instead of, spending 100+ million on one player, we've actually managed to spend that budget on two players for our midfield. And, I'm really, really looking forward to next season now, because we've got Trent playing the auxiliary inverted fullback, moving into midfield. And then we've got, Szoboszlai and Alexi McAllister as well in our midfield. And who knows, Lavia could be on his way also, if the rumours are true. I still think we need a centre back. I'm not confident with Virgil van Dijk, especially his form last season. I know Liverpool picked up their form from March to May. We were very good in the Premier League, but I still think we need to bring in another centre back to provide more competition.
Okay. This is this has been tweeted for Fabrizio Romano. He says that Cesar Spilicueta will sign the contract as new Atletico Madrid player tomorrow. He will leave Chelsea on a free transfer deal, 100% in place since last week, as exclusive revealed from one and only transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan, for taking us through Liverpool's transfer dealing of the summer. Guys, this is where my guys here are very tired. DJ Sav is very tired. He's tired of sitting up. He needs to relax.
Not at
and
all.
then also my brother Ryan is just have a long day at work. He got home and then he wants to join in and also have a discussion with us. I really appreciate everyone that has tuned in today, and also DJ Sav and those that have been on the panel. Mo, much appreciated to him joining us here. Really, God bless him and God bless everyone. Just a perspective. Those that were checking on me when I was now streaming, and everyone I really love. I don't have any hate. I don't have any hatred to anyone. I love each and everyone. Those that even ignore me when I was nobody, and they're still ignoring me. I just pray that God help them and then change their mind and begin the positive thinking. That's what I pray for them. I don't wish bad for anyone, but we'll live to see as we got more years ahead of us. So yeah, today is when we end all the done deals. Like I said, we've talked about N'Golo Kante and all the other players, and then also we've talked about Mason Mount. Next stream, we're going to focus on the incoming, which is Michael Jackson, and other players. We talk about Nkunku, and then also Malo Gusto from Lyon, who has joined Chelsea, and Mauricio Pochettino himself, the kind of tactics he's going to deploy at Chelsea Football Club, and how Chelsea can be successful again. We'll be looking at that the next time we stream, and then other rumors surrounding Chelsea Football Club. I want to say a long ambience, and you guys, little desperados, like I always say, hang on to hope. We'll live again. Thank you very much. DJ, you want to say anything before we bring the stream to an end?
Listen, excellent stream as always, Nee. Fantastic. Thanks for having me on. Big up to everyone that was sitting with me on the panel. Mo, obviously, Mr. Ryan, and the other gentleman that was on earlier on.
Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, big up to everyone in the comments. Like we said all along, please smash and like and subscribe to the channel. We said the content that's provided on here is excellent content as it always is. And like Nee said, there's no hate out there for anybody. I'm the same. I'm much one of them kind of people that, that doesn't believe in any of that rubbish. Everyone should be the same, and everyone should be treated the same, regardless of whatever the situation might be. But big up to every single one of you, and carry on smashing and liking, subscribing to the videos, and subscribing.
Go back to Mr. Ryan. That's only Manchester Liverpool fan. Sorry, how was it? Manchester United, Liverpool
Manchester.
Fan. Right.
Design. Come on, man.
Ryan, can you put maybe an avatar or something there, so when I put you on the screen, everybody know you're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah. I'll put it. Sorry, it got dropped off. But
that's all right.
Yeah, it's exactly what DJ Sav said, man. Big up DJ Sav. Big up Mo. Big up Nizan. And thank you, Stephen. Yeah, and everybody who's tuned in today. Please, like and subscribe, and it's onwards and upwards. And well done to England under 21s. I think they won earlier today, through to the final.
I saw another clip of Ukraine beating Spain with a nice. You guys want to see this solo effort, assist coming from Modric. You guys want to see this. You want to see this. That guy is for real. He's for real. He's class. He's for real.
He's sick.
Yeah, we're gonna see the best out of him next season. Oh, Jesus Christ! Those movement, those left foot, right foot, this movement in the 18s, it's silky. We saw that against Liverpool. But either Manchester or Liverpool, one of them. But he couldn't score goals. But we'll see. We get the best out of him this season.
He's got the right manager as well to help him along the way on that. By the way,
right.
Poch is going to get the best out of him, 100%.
Mauricio Pochettino. All right, so guys. Thank everyone that have been here. Like I said, I can't end the screen without acknowledging all the crew that were in the chat today. Tony, big up to you, Tony. Then we have I123 Love You. We have Mo from the Blue Lounge, guys. Almost everyone is gone. So yeah, don't forget join him up here, Mr. Mo of the Blue Lounge channel, guys. Go subscribe to his channel. We have Good Lady Smile, big up to you. Thank you very much. The beautiful game, much appreciated. Mr. R Shama. Big up to you too. Thank everyone that have been on the platform. The beautiful game, Metal Face, Doom, and also who else? Phantom of Mini Topics, Tony, Tiger. All of you, big up to you. And those that are having Make It Style and Blue Blood and Snoopy G as usual. Then we have everyone, my crew. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night. I will say. Bye-bye. Leo the Sprandons, and hang on to hope. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.